What about you? What about you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, you.
I'm Venus.
What is it?
Venus.
Venus. Okay.
47. Truck driver.
You're 47?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. My skin is nice.
Okay. Where are you originally from?
Miami.
Okay. And you said you're a truck driver?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
6, 7.
Okay. You're the second girl that we've had that's a truck driver.
Hot.
Okay. Highest education level
Are you
completed?
trolling right now?
Truck driving school.
So you have your CDL.
Sure.
She's gotta be trolling. Gotta be trolling, bro. 47 truck
I'm
driver?
also a musician. On the side.
Okay. So how old are you really? Because you don't look 47.
If I said I was 47, then I'm 47.
Was that the year that are you actually 47 years of age that you've been on Earth?
I can be.
Oh, you mean like spiritually?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Oh my.
Okay. Your highest education level you said is what?
Truck driving school. Yeah.
Okay, so you have your CDL.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
I believe in you.
I love it.
And what's your relationship status?
Nanya.
What?
No.
Nanya.
No, I know what that means. You want to finish it off?
I feel like everybody knows what I mean by that.
So what is your relationship status?
Just like, what is my Satan? It doesn't matter.
So are you single? Relationship? Just answer the
I
question.
don't know.
I don't know why.
I honestly don't know.
Are you confused?
A little bit.
We can tell.
Is that okay?
No, it's fine.
Incredible. So you don't know what you are?
No. Is that okay with you? We're just figuring it all out, aren't we?
I mean, I think people pretty much know if they like girls or guys, or if they're in a relationship with someone, or what they are.
I feel like,
or how old they are.
I feel like we can just like figure it out as we go. I don't have a label for it. Feels good though, whatever it is.
I'm so confused.
Animal?
Me too.
She said me too.
No animals. Sorry. I'm sorry I can't be like you. I'm sorry. Fucking animals again.
So I get that you're just figuring it out and everything else like that, but we do have a structure on the show. So if we're gonna ask you questions, we need you to answer the questions.
Oh, okay.
So we'll
I
start.
feel like I've answered all of them.
I don't think you answered them truthfully though.
Vaguely.
Factually.
Yeah, we need you to answer them
Okay.
factually because we actually do keep statistics on guests that come on the show.
Statistics. Okay.
Yes, so we keep the typical age, demographics, where they're from, etc. So that throws our numbers off. So one more time, how old are you for real?
26.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you actually from Miami?
Yes.
Okay. Are you really a truck driver?
I've been telling the truth this whole time.
Well, you didn't tell the truth about your age.
I changed my mind.
What?
I changed my mind.
About what?
My age.
You can't change your mind on your age.
It's my world. I'm living in it.
Okay.
There's some things that are factual that aren't necessarily open to interpretation. The day you were born, okay, is the day you were born, and then how
And
many
the day
days
I
you live
die,
after
the
that
world ends.
dictates
for
your
me.
age. It's not
Right.
This is not like up for debate
Right,
on
right,
how
right,
old
right.
you are. Like some things.
Why
are
would you
just
want to debate me on
factual
my age?
Because
it's a fact.
Why do you need to know?
Can we
Anyway,
just-
I'm 26.
Look, if you don't want to answer questions, you could just leave. Honestly.
I answered the question.
Okay, but from this point forward, this isn't up for debate anymore. I need you to respect the platform and answer the questions. If I ask you something, just answer the question truthfully and honestly, and that's it.
So you want truth? I got you.
Say I.
Why else would I ask you
Captain.
questions?
Listen, stop wasting people's time, all right? We have to move on.
All
We have a
right.
show to run. Do it
I
again.
said I
You're
was
off.
26.
All right, answer questions nice and precise. Stop wasting
All right.
people's time.
All right. So you are a truck driver,
Yes.
CDL, and what's your relationship status?
Single.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, she might be like the latest troll.
For real. Yeah. All right.
Tick,
Um,
I'm sticking. What about you?
Jesus Christ. My name is Sammy. People call me Boosted. I have a whole brand, That Boosted Chick. That's where you can find me everywhere. I am 31.
We're 31.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Pennsylvania. Why are you like that?
What part?
Bethlehem.
Okay.
Bethlehem. You know Jesus?
So you said you're an entrepreneur, boosted, right? Okay. And then what's your highest education level completed?
I have a criminal justice degree.
From where?
Just like a community college. I got accepted to work for Border Patrol, gave it up for social media because I just popped the fuck off and I just gave it up.
As you should.
Cool.
Okay. And you have a bachelor's degree in CJ, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's your relationship status?
I am taken and we're opening a restaurant up in 2 months.
Cool.
Nice.
How long y'all been together?
congrats.
2 years.
Nice.
We're opening a steakhouse in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So if you're ever around, get there and get some steak.
That's dope.
Hell yeah.
So are you just here visiting?
Yes.
Okay.
What's it gonna be called?
The Orchid Steakhouse.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right.
nice
All right, cool.
What about you?
Welcome back.
Hi, I'm Patricia. I'm from Long Island, New York. I'll have my bachelor's when I graduate in May. I'm
How old are you?
21
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm taken.
Okay. And then what do you do for work again?
I'm a student right now, but I
Student, full-time.
also
Okay.
I'm a swim coach
Okay.
part time.
All right. And then you said taken for how long?
5 months?
Were you taken last time you were on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like 1 month, right?
No, it was like 3 months.
Okay.
No, it's 5
Congratulations.
months.
It's still going.
Still going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Did you learn
Strong.
anything from the show that made it better?
Don't cap.
Nope.
Okay.
Wait.
Fantastic.
Next.
Yeah.
Well, he
no.
likes your show, so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, you
Cool.
know.
All right. So you might
Showtime.
be implementing some stuff.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? your
Hi,
name?
I am Spencer Nix.
Spinster?
I'm sorry, I'm nervous. A lot of people don't know true facts about me.
Oh.
Spencer Nix.
Okay.
I am 30. I'll be 32 on Wednesday.
Wait, 32.
Okay. And then where are you originally from?
I was born in Kentucky, but I live in Atlanta, Georgia right now.
Okay.
Cool.
What do you do for work?
I am a content creator as well.
OnlyFans?
I do.
Fantastic. And then highest education level?
High school.
Okay. And then relationship status?
I'm taken
Okay. How long?
on and off for about 10 years.
Oh shit.
10 years
Wow.
on and off.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. So I guess you guys are on now.
Yes.
How long have you guys been on this most recent
about
awning?
about a year.
About a year. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. What about you?
Hi, my name is Ace. I'm about to get my certification for dental assisting.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Uh huh.
It's a red flag.
Okay. And then
No, it's not.
what do you do for work?
I actually work at Wingstop. I'm a key holder.
Okay. All right. Wingstop.
Don't laugh. Any work is worth it.
Wait, we
Okay?
get free wings now?
If you come by, I got you.
Oh, I'll come back for sure.
Okay. So Wingstop, and you said you're pursuing your
Dental
Dental,
assisting.
okay.
Yeah, I'm about to finish. I'm just missing a couple hours. So right now I'm doing both. I'm like working 7 days a week almost.
Okay. And then what's your relationship status?
Single.
All right. Cool. What about you?
My name is Claudia. Some people call me Cloudy. I'm 23 and I'm a manager at a dental office.
Where are you from?
I'm from here, but I was born in Cuba.
Okay. And then you said you manage your dental office. Relationship status?
It's complicated. I'd rather keep it that way, though. I don't want to share too much.
Translation: you're with a guy right now, but he doesn't check all the boxes that you want, so you're looking for something better if it comes along.
No, I just don't want to say that much on the internet.
Actions speak louder than words. Look at them titties. She has them out. So, girls don't normally
Them
do that
titties
unless they're
are always
advertising for
out.
something.
They're always out, though. It's just
Looking for something better. It's all good. Don't worry about it. We get it. And then you said manager at dental office, and then what's your highest education level completed?
high school.
High school. And then it's complicated.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What about you?
Hi guys, my name is Samaya. I'm 20. I go to FAMU University and I'm a biological science major and I do serving and then modeling on the side.
Nice.
Where are you originally from?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, Phoenix.
Arizona.
hmm
Okay. And you're a student full time. And then you said what else? Server?
I do server at a place called Cancun's in Tallahassee and then
Okay.
I
So
do
you're just here
modeling on the
visiting
side,
then?
basically.
Spring break?
And doing some modeling. some
Okay.
shoots, yeah.
And so you're in college now, so high school is your highest. And then relationship status?
Single.
Okay.
Single AF or just single?
Single as fuck.
There you go. Okay.
All right. What about you?
So my name is Ashley. I was born in Cuba. I'm 21 years old. Raised in Miami. I'm a bartender, nursing student, and micro influencer.
Okay.
Uh,
Great.
Micro
so-
influencer.
Yeah, that's like a small influencer.
Okay.
It's a fancy way to say that you ain't popping.
Yeah,
All right.
Nah, she's popping. She's being humble.
She's popping.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
being
just being
humble.
humble.
I've seen her on the internet before.
Okay. So you said you're a bartender and highest education level completed
I'm in school right now.
in college?
Yeah.
Okay. What degree are you pursuing?
Nursing.
Okay.
Wait, nurse?
Nursing?
We're not toxic.
And
Don't say
then
it.
what's your relationship status? Single, relationship, sugar daddy?
I'm taken.
Okay. How long?
4 years.
Nice. Good job.
And then what about you? Last but not least.
So my name is Evelyn. I'm 24. I was born in Cuba and raised here in Miami.
Uh-huh.
I am single. My highest level of education is probably some college.
Okay.
Job.
What do you do for work?
I work at a dental office. I'm a treatment coordinator.
Do you guys all work in the same dental office?
We used to.
We used
Oh,
to.
really?
Not me.
We used to work together.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay. High school dental office. You're from Miami, and relationship status.
I'm single.
Okay. All right. What about you? What would you do?
My man's Albanian, so he's not getting knocked out.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
They don't play.
No.
No, they don't play.
What about you? But what if he did? No, hold on. But what if he did though? Come on, let's be honest here.
He literally won't, and I'll be right there.
Yeah, I mean, let's say he tries to wrap up with an MMA fighter. Come on, man.
I'm right there. No, it's
You
not.
gonna fight
She
that MMA
fights. Yeah,
fighter
she
too?
fights. I'll fuck a bitch up.
No,
it's a dude.
It's a nigga.
A bitch is a
He's
bitch.
a bitch. Is a bitch.
You think it? So you think if your man gets knocked out, you gonna stand a chance?
Yes.
Boostin knows how to swing.
I believe her. She's saying her hands
Mhm.
bisexual. Don't matter, bitch.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Go
don't
for it.
matter.
Do you think you honestly stand a chance against fighting a guy?
100%.
Walker, does that make any sense?
I got a sister that'll whoop. I don't want to put men in the room too.
Okay.
I just know her brother here, but hey, if she was here,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I tend to believe. Well, not even believe. I know that 90+% of the time, if a woman gets in a physical confrontation with a guy, she's gonna lose. But
Yeah.
Most women are not me.
Period.
I still think you would lose because even though you might go to the gym, you might exercise or whatever, even like a teenage boy can probably best you more than likely.
Your opinion.
Yeah.
That's not an opinion. That's based on biological fact. Men are superior to women physically in every regard.
Not all men.
Yeah.
Not all
If he
men.
wants
There's
to
some
believe it,
skinny
he can
dudes out
believe
there
it.
that can't do shit.
Okay, look,
Exactly.
There's
ladies,
some dudes that like fucking.
ladies, if we're gonna have an intelligent conversation, we got to understand that we can't make arguments for the exception. Did I say 90% or more? Right. So a majority of men can beat up a majority of women because
100%.
Pull it up then.
Okay. Do you live in like this reality or?
Yeah, and I'm a professional fighter.
Okay. So you think if you
Also
fought
a
a
truck
professional
driver.
fighter man or even an able-bodied guy, you'd win?
It really depends on
I've seen
who's
her
been
do it.
training more. It depends on who's stronger, who has more muscle mass.
Are we
You can't
really
just say
debating
one
now
general
that-
statement like that.
Okay. On a balance of probabilities, if there was a physical confrontation between a man and a woman, the man would win
Pull it up.
90+% of the time. That's
Pull
just
it up.
common sense.
Okay.
Because men have higher lung capacity, more muscle density, thicker bones, like taller.
I'm not going to make you disagree on your own opinion.
This
but
is
I
not an-
disagree on it.
The point is that it's not an opinion; it's a fact.
To me, it is.
Why is there a male and female division in the first place?
Thank you.
Like, why did that ever exist to begin with, if that's the case?
Gotcha, bitch. Good point.
So yeah, I mean, there's a reason why there's men's sports and women's sports.
She just asked, why is there division? And you agreed. Why is there a division?
Because women can't compete with men. That's why she said that question to you.
It'll be unfair.
Yeah.
Women can't compete with men physically, which is why there's a separation in the sports.
I feel like you're confused, but okay.
What? The reason there's a division in male and female sports is because men are physically superior to women.
Okay, I gotta
All right.
laugh.
That's
I
a
need my
fact.
vape.
That's not an opinion.
Okay.
Do
That's
you know,
stupid.
you know the difference between an
I'm
opinion and a
agreeing.
fact?
What you want me to do?
No, just because you're making
I'm
ridiculous
happy for you.
arguments. And then going back to what I was saying with you, I get it, but a woman most of the time can't beat up a guy. I think that's
Believe
a faulty.
me, I know.
Huh?
I know. Believe me.
But she'll fight.
But I will fight.
She'll fight for
She's
her
saying
man.
for herself.
I think that's very destructive advice. I think women should run and or get a gun because
I have a gun.
So
Okay,
date a
there you
woman
go.
that does that.
What was that?
So date a woman that does that.
That does what?
Like, I feel like it's very opinionated what you're saying.
What's opinionated?
The point you've been making for the last 5 minutes.
That there's a division between men and female physically? strength-wise, that has been recorded throughout history, that literally started like the 20s.
We've
Before
also
then,
evolved, and there have been many, many, many changes in that point.
what,
Not
bitches taking
biological.
testosterone?
Shots fired.
Biology is
Shots have
biology.
been
This is
fired.
crazy that we're even having this discussion right now that women think that they can compete with men physically. Because if that were the case, there'd be one NBA and women and men would be playing together, but they don't. There'd be soccer where men and women could compete, but they don't. And none of the male leagues have a clause where women can't join. Women could play, but they can't compete, so they don't allow the men.
But
Or
the
sorry,
chi-
they can't make it in. Sorry.
The tiny bitches, the tiny dudes come in the female sports and win then.
That proves my point even further. Even when they take testosterone suppressants and a bunch of hormones, they still dominate females.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. We're not
I
the
know
same.
it's not fair. I said we're not the same. 100%. Guys need girls. Girls need guys. We wouldn't be anywhere.
That's not the argument.
I know. I'm
The
just
argument is
saying.
men are physically superior to women.
No.
They are.
I make a lot more. I make a lot more money than most guys I know. So
No, physical.
You said superior. You said superior. So
we're talking about
physically superior.
okay, physically yes.
If you want to talk about money, men make more money than women too on a balance of probabilities.
Sometimes.
Most of the time. Most of the wealth is controlled by men.
It's because
If you want to talk about that, men
wage gap.
control most of the wealth. Well, no, the wage gap is a myth. We've debunked that a million times.
Yeah.
What?
There's been so many different articles that have come out where females say like they compare what they're making compared to a man in the same position, and they're not paying the same. That's probably how he feels right now. I mean, we're trying to get it
Like,
equal.
what the hell
but-
did I get into?
This is wild. So two things. Number one, men are physically superior to women. That's a biological fact. Okay, that's just how it is. Okay, there's a reason why men have to enlist in the military and women don't. That's number one. Number two, women earn less because women deserve less on a balance of probabilities. I write about this in my book, Why Women Deserve Less. Women go into career fields that pay less by choice.
You
not
mean
because
the tiny little book that's like 3 pages long?
it's 80 pages to be exact.
Oh, 80.
I have a
Yeah.
So you couldn't write more than 80?
Well, women deserve less.
Yes.
Well, you're giving it like to men.
I have a
I
question.
think men are reading it, not females.
Oh, a good amount of girls read it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the book isn't necessarily about like giving women less. It's about not being a simp and understanding the differences between the two genders.
What's the title of the book?
Why women deserve less.
So, but it's not about giving women less.
Well, it's more about not being a simp,
But so it's not about
making
giving
women
women
earn
less.
things versus putting them on a pedestal when they don't deserve it.
True. Okay, so it's not about giving women less.
Well,
No,
it's
it's
about
about
giving-
giving the right woman.
I'm so sorry.
There
I
you
have
go.
bad memory.
Yes.
But what's the title?
Why women deserve
Anyway, going back to you with the wage gap.
Right.
The reason why women make less is because women work less hours on average. They work careers that are less paid. They go into career fields that don't pay as much. Men dominate the fields that pay more money. Women dominate the fields that don't pay as much money. Men work more dangerous jobs. There's a bunch of reasons why men make more money than women. And it's not based on gender. It's based on personal choice. It's been debunked a million times, the wage gap. So, yes, men are physically superior and they make more money than women on a balanced probabilities. You're an entrepreneur. That's fantastic. But a lot of women, if given the choice, would prefer to stay home with children and not work.
Not me.
If
Okay. But
Okay,
you
never
are an
mind.
exception to the rule then.
Yeah.
We can't make arguments for an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
In general, most women would prefer to be married and at home with children.
But it's not because we wanted to. It's because it goes back to the old days where we were made to do that
Facts.
shit. We had to
Genius.
stay home.
old
We had to
days.
get pregnant and
But
ugly.
you have
It
choice
was
now,
like
though.
that
You
in
can
the old
decide to
days
change if
because
you want
it's
to.
Not pregnant and
Nowadays.
ugly in
Not
the
back
same time.
then.
But now you can.
Now you can 100%. That's
Pregnant
why
people are
things are
beautiful.
changing. The owner of OnlyFans is a woman. It's the #1 website ever used this whole past 3 years.
More than
She's
Google?
rich as fuck.
I don't. Is the owner of OnlyFans really a woman? I think it's a
100%.
British guy.
No,
Nope.
he sold it last year.
It's a
Okay.
woman.
It's a woman now.
Facts.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah, well,
So she came after the.
after he built it up, yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, she saved OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It was going trash.
all right. Well, either way, I think we've come to. Well, you guys don't have to agree with it, but it's the truth. Men are
Your
physically superior to
truth.
women, and they control most of the wealth because men in general typically tend to work harder than women do. That's just a fact. That's just not me talking.
I mean,
shit.
I'm controlling their wealth because I'm taking their money. So
Okay.
Her.
You do realize when you're making a debate or you're making a point, you cannot make a point based on your own personal perception or what you do. You have to go off of the generalities.
You should take that advice.
Oh, he just did though.
I just did though.
Pull them the statistics in.
Pull up in
Statistics
the
and what?
monster.
I have an
You
entire.
said a general statement.
What was the general
Men
statement I made?
are superior than women. Pull up
Physically.
the statistics.
Physically.
Pull up the statistics that are not based off of a historical, like chronological.
Chronological.
The word.
It's
Anyway,
chronological.
That, like,
Chronological.
there's a
We have all the
timeline.
stats
We
on
do
our
have a
website.
we
Pull
do
them
have
up
a whole
then.
link tree
Pull
with
them
the
up.
stats.
I mean,
No, because you're arguing in bad faith. Like
Okay.
you're not even making. You're not even able to refute my point.
I don't want to.
And like,
I'm
why
not
would
gonna.
you?
I don't want to change your
So then
opinion.
why are you arguing when you don't even have a point how to refute
I
it?
just want you to know that your opinion is your opinion.
It's a fact. It's not an opinion.
Okay,
There's a difference between facts and opinions.
for sure.
Do you know
Okay.
the difference?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me what the difference between a fact and opinion is?
One is true and absolute, and one is what you made up in your brain.
Okay. Fantastic. So are you aware that an opinion can be incorrect?
I definitely am right now. Yeah.
Okay. So it's absolute fact that men on a balance of probabilities are physically superior to women.
what about you?
I'll cater my man. Like if he's hurt or something, I won't get in it because I don't want to get hurt, but I'll definitely take care of him.
After the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do that for the guy that you're in a situationship with right now?
Yes.
100%.
Okay.
Would you seem
It's nothing what you guys think. It's just I don't want to put my business out there.
she's private?
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
I don't think
Thank
so. She
you.
has her titties out, so she doesn't
That
have
has
private
nothing-
clearance.
She couldn't hide her titties, bro. She was like born with them titties.
Listen, that has nothing to do with it. Like just because I'm wearing an outfit does not mean that my man is insecure. Does not mean that I'm insecure. It's just because I like to look how I look.
Beautiful.
And if I want to show my titties, I can. And my man has no
Hell
reason
yeah.
for it because at the end of the day, he's gonna suck them when I get home.
So I mean, you could just say like you like attention. There's nothing wrong with that either.
No, baby, it's not that.
It's not for attention.
No,
What is it for then?
it's to make myself feel better about myself. It's not
Stop
for
the cap.
attention.
Okay.
No, you stop the cap.
So
baby.
you put the makeup on, you wear the clothes. Do you go to sleep like that every night?
No,
So then,
That makes you
if you
more
do it for you,
confident.
wouldn't you do it to go to sleep too?
no.
But you guys are
That makes
talking
no
about
sense.
titties. She got natural titties.
Yeah,
There's nothing she
like,
could do
If
about
I
it
pay
but
for
live
these
with
bitches,
them.
all right, that's a different thing.
Even
But
if
they're
it's
natural,
like,
baby.
we would
Like
know
if
she had
they're
natural
gonna
titties. Pay
show
for
with a
them.
long sleeve, long neck
Yeah.
ass shirt, then if I wear
She got,
something
like, double
showing,
E's in that
There's
thing.
no way of hiding these bitches.
So if you can't hide them, just show them. Fuck it.
At
Why
this
not?
point, yeah.
She gotta live
Why
with
not?
it now. She ain't get them done. They're
I'm not
natural.
gonna hide them because of my man thinks or you think or y'all think. Like it's my titties. If I want to show them,
Go,
I'm gonna show
queen.
them.
Go, queen.
Period.
You got it. Period.
Fair.
I think that's why it's a situationship. He's got to deal with that all day. God damn.
Nah, baby, he loves them.
Yeah, yeah.
He loves them.
That, not you.
How about you?
All right, yeah, not you.
Nah, baby, he loves them and this whole package. Trust
Yeah,
me.
the ass.
Huh?
Yeah, the ass, the tits, the face.
The whole package, baby.
Chris, put the camera on you so she knows
Yeah.
who's talking. She has no clue. Yeah.
Well, look. Once
The
you're
whole
happy.
package.
Once you're happy.
Sure.
What about you?
Okay, what about you?
Y'all trying
going to
me.
work for him.
Y'all
What you
trying
mean?
me.
I know. What she
Nah,
gonna
'cause
do?
Y'all
it's just
trying
like,
me.
'cause
Yeah, I
girls be
can't wear an
capping, bro.
outfit. Listen, I can't wear an. If your girl were to wear an outfit like this, how would you feel?
Without me
Scared.
present, that'd be unacceptable.
That's your opinion.
Okay. I mean,
Next.
here's the thing. This is how. This is the thing. You asked the question, so now I'm going to answer it. A lot of men want their woman to present themselves in a certain way, right, when they're not there, or they could present themselves in another way when he's there. But in general, it's a sign of respect to your man how you present yourself when he's not around.
But listen, my outfit has nothing to do with self-respect or respect for my
Really?
man. No, it doesn't.
Not
it's just
for a
an
man
outfit.
who's not insecure.
If my
Or a
man
man,
likes me for
period.
who I am and likes what I'm wearing, he's gonna accept me for who I am.
Here's the thing, ladies. You
Hey,
guys.
I beg the difference. I'm sorry, I had to say something. I gotta say something. Honestly, if you was my girl, I wouldn't care, right?
Exactly.
If somebody's if you with a person, you know the limit that you could go to. There's no
Exactly.
such thing as what's unacceptable for somebody that's not fucking you, somebody that's
100%.
not in a relationship with you, somebody that's not laying down with you. So,
And that's
but
why we
at the
fuck
end
with
of the
you.
day, do what the fuck you want to do, right?
Thank you,
But-
Walker. I appreciate
But
it.
when y'all get in a relationship with a man like that, they don't want you to be exposed.
I'm just not
don't
gonna be in a
try to
relationship
change
with
it.
him.
Exactly.
My
Yeah.
man
know
met
who
me.
you're
Listen,
fucking
my
with.
man met me the way I am. The man met me on Instagram. He met me on TikTok. He met me on everywhere. And if this is the way I am, he has to accept me. Even if we're 2 years in, 3 years in, this is who I am.
You make more
If
than
he
him?
He the
doesn't-
fuck
Hold on,
does.
You make more than him?
No, he makes more than me.
Here's the
But
reality. Most guys, would prefer their girl doesn't show her goods out to everybody out in public. They
that's
would
not my
prefer-
type of man. My type of man accepts who the fuck I am.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm telling you how most men think that they're not going to tell the
That
truth.
doesn't matter.
But I'm not into
Can
most
I finish
men.
my point?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead,
Okay.
baby.
Most guys want their girl to present themselves modestly,
Yeah.
especially when they're not there. Most
Okay.
guys don't
True.
want to be embarrassed when their girl isn't around, or excuse me, when he's not around, his girl's acting crazy or dressing in a certain way. Because here's the reality, ladies. When you objectify yourself, guess what happens? Everyone objectifies you in response. People don't respect you when you dress in a certain way. That's just how it is.
And then we make
All right,
money.
now listen. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Don't spill the
Fast
drink.
money comes with slow problems a lot of times, though.
Listen. I don't care if anybody respects me. As long as
Okay,
my
there we
man
go.
respects me,
there we go.
listen, as long as my man respects me, my family respects me, the people who I care about respect me, that's the only thing I give a fuck about. I don't care about if you respect me, if y'all respect me. I don't care if y'all judging
do.
me because my titties are out. I don't give a fuck.
We respect
That's
you.
me and my
You're respected.
personality. If that's you and your judgment, that's you. That's not me.
I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you how
No,
the world
I know,
works.
but that's how you think.
It doesn't.
That's
But my
how it
man
works
don't
like
think
that.
like
No, but you're
that.
saying
This is
the
how-
world
This
is
is
My
how-
man don't think like that,
This is
baby.
how
My man's not
most
insecure.
men think.
Yes,
He
but my
probably
man is
can't-
not
he
most
probably
men.
can't tell you anything
That's
because
not a fact.
you wear the pants in a relationship, and I can tell from your demeanor and the way that you behave
Oh.
that you run the relationship, and he doesn't.
No, that's
Because-
not it.
No, stop.
No, you stop.
Who's sure you on? Who's sure you on?
No, but I'm just telling you my opinion, just like how
well,
you're telling me yours.
No. I'm telling you how most men think and how the world works in general. Okay.
Mhm.
When I see a woman, okay, behave in certain ways, I know if she respects her man or she doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. A woman is a mirror image of her man's masculinity. So the way that you speak and the way that you behave. There's some. What was that? when I see the way that you speak and the way that you behave, it's indicative to me that you run the relationship and you wear the pants in the relationship.
Okay.
Because when a woman is with a man that she respects, she doesn't say some dumb shit like it's a situationship. She says, "I have a man."
She didn't
stands
say
on
that.
and she's proud.
Yeah, but I said I want to keep my shit private.
Well,
If you want to accept that, that's you, but that's me
you,
and my
you don't
life.
respect your man. I
No,
can
I
already tell.
do.
No, you don't.
150%, baby.
You don't.
That's your opinion.
You don't.
Okay,
Trust me.
I'm just curious, and then we can stop it here. Let's say your man said to you, "You know what, babe? I respect you. I care about you.
Mhm.
But when we're together, you could dress however you want. But when you're not with me, could you dress more conservative? Would you do that or no?
Honestly, my man, I would accept it. But that's my man. But he accepts the way I am and the way I dress. He likes the way I dress. He likes that I have my body. He likes that I'm the way I am. And that's my man. Because my man would not try to change me.
He sounds great.
He is great.
I
Great
feel
enough
like
for her
it
to not
doesn't
claim him.
really matter
All
what
right.
you wear, though.
What about you?
You're
It
just having
absolutely
a
does
problem
matter.
that I
just
want to
twist
keep my
what you
shit in
said. You're just
private.
twisting what you
Not that
said.
big of a deal.
You can be respectful.
Let's hear her out. Go ahead.
It absolutely does matter.
I said I would go to war for my man because I did grow up with brothers, so we always fought. So I mean, I'm gonna jump in and I fight, so it don't matter.
Fighting for your man. I like that. What about you?
I was gonna say the same thing as her, that I don't think he'll get knocked out. But if he did, I'm gonna stick beside him.
Would you look at him like differently after that or no?
No.
No? Same way?
Yeah.
If he loses, yeah. If he wins,
If he wins, I'ma still be there.
And what about you?
I think I'm gonna assess the situation first. Like if he's getting his ass beat,
Mhm.
then humping in with like a bottle or something. But if he's
bottle.
good,
You need a weapon for
I'm
sure.
not getting into
Bottle.
that shit. Handle your business. We'll talk about it later. But it just depends what's going on. And if there's if there's extra people and it's just us, like I don't know.
But on a balance of probabilities, who does it affect more negatively? But that's fine.
I'm
if you wanna,
basically saying is it doesn't
it's
matter.
fine. We're gonna move on.
Thank
We're gonna move
you.
on. What about you? Who does it affect more negatively, the male or the female?
Based on society, I know we're changing, especially with like how OnlyFans has come to the top. I feel it's more detrimental for a woman to have a higher body count, but it
Okay.
doesn't mean it's a negative thing. I think it's just how our society is looking towards women and how they're supposed to act. We're put in a box. Men have the ability to walk out of that box. Women, not
Exactly.
always. So, unfortunately, in my eyes, I don't think it's detrimental, but in society's eyes, probably.
Do you think the reason why it's detrimental in society's eyes is because it's rooted in some biological fact?
I think it's based in the fact that religion was very, very prominent back in the day. And I mean, people still, are very close to the Bible, but it also taught women to be straight with their mans and then men can do whatever they want type thing.
But how can you? So how about this? How can you explain people from generations from different parts of the world, whether it was Asians, right, Chinese people from the Ming Dynasty, or South Americans, or people from Native American cultures, whatever? None of them accepted female promiscuity. What are the chances of that? And this is before religion.
I mean, I think
Think
it
about
goes
that.
back.
People that have never met each other from different walks of life, different cultures, different religions, different ways of viewing the world, different parts of the world, living in different conditions, all of them came to the same agreement about female promiscuity. How is that?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know
It's because it's rooted in some biological fact is the point.
What's
And
the
then there's
fact?
evolution.
What's the fact?
What's the biological
We'll get to that here in a
fact?
second. I just want to see what the ladies think here on the panel. What about you? Who do you think it affects more, men or women?
What was your name?
Patty.
I think Patty made a great point. I wanted to agree with Jin's original point that at the end of the day, every single person on this world is different. So it really shouldn't matter. But Patty made a great point that it really does matter more if you're a woman, and you are definitely going to get more
Hate.
and consequences for having a higher body count just because you're a woman and you're put in a box, just like Patty said.
Would it be fair
Otherwise,
to say?
I would say that if it's one person or another, it really doesn't matter, and it makes no difference, and every single person is different.
Do you agree with the concept that with great power comes great responsibility?
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that a woman's sexuality is her greatest power?
I think every woman has a great power that is different than the other.
Okay. In the real world, okay, would it be fair to say that a woman's sexuality is her main agency and her main power?
I will reiterate what I just said. A woman's great power is whatever she decides her great power is. Everybody is different.
Okay. Well, let's go here objectively versus subjectively. A woman's greatest power is her sexuality. There's a reason why the makeup industry exists, billion-dollar industry. There's a reason why women spend more
What
on
does makeup
clothing.
have to do with sex?
Because she's expressing herself through her looks to be more attractive to attract the opposite gender.
There are many
Y'all
non-women
remember
who
my
make makeup.
definition last time I was on here? Literally, the reason why makeup was invented was to replicate the way a woman looks when she's aroused, because your pupils get dilated, your lips get blush, your teeth get blush. That's why makeup was literally invented to replicate those features that a woman has when she's aroused, because that is what is more desirable to a man.
That was
We
in
are in
here.
2023.
I strongly disagree. I think
Yeah.
makeup is to enhance a woman's natural, beautiful features.
Okay, but why do women
Makeup
enhance
is
their beauty?
many
Let's
different
go
reasons
all
for
the way
makeup.
back.
But I'm saying
good.
makeup, not
Feel
no
good.
fillers and all that shit. I'm saying makeup.
Why do women go through the painstaking process of doing BBLs, hair, nails, clothing,
Not everybody's
makeup?
And why do
blessed
men
with a
get
good body.
hairline
though.
transfers?
Why do they get that?
It's to be attractive to the opposite gender, but you're taking away from the point. What I'm trying to say is that women enhance their beauty to be attractive to the opposite gender is my point, which is for their sexuality. Is their sexuality.
And that would
That is their
also
main
mean
agency.
that men enhance their financial position and whatever else men do to
Yes.
be for the other
The
sex
difference
to be
is that
attracted
I'm
to,
not
right?
sitting here lying, saying, "Oh yeah, well, guys just do it for their own feelings."
Those are stereotypes, and
Like-
there's
But-
not like not everybody in this world is going to fit those stereotypes. So
Why
it's
can't
not
women
absolute.
put on makeup just because they want to put on makeup? Just
To
because
feel
they
good?
feel like waking up today and putting on makeup just to look good for themselves? Why does it have to be for
Because
the
that's a
opposite
lie.
gender?
Women don't go to
Exactly.
sleep with their makeup on, and they don't go to sleep with their
I
high heels
mean-
on and their tight dresses on. They don't go to sleep when
Because
they
that's
have fun.
uncomfortable.
They put it on.
And you break
They
out.
put it on to go outside to be attractive to the opposite gender and
No,
compete with
they
other
put
women.
it on
Wear
to feel more
Not every
confident.
woman
Yes.
wants the
Again,
opposite
a
gender.
chance natural features.
Can
That
I
was
say
it.
something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't want to yell over everybody. I feel like as women, as we were growing up, we were always taught to present our best selves. And I feel as though that carries on to our adulthood, where we always want to dress nice. We always want to look our very best, whether that is for a man, for a job, like you dress
For
different for
ourselves.
different
Occasions.
scenarios for ourselves. We're building our confidence up for different situations. It can be for the male gaze, but it's also for
other-
ourselves. So
Mhm.
I feel like that's factual. I don't feel like that's like an opinion. You know what I mean?
I agree with what you're saying to a large degree, but at the end of the day, it comes up to the reasons why we're doing this. And I agree that oftentimes women don't realize why they're doing the things that they do, because they're ingrained and they're programmed in us from literally the time that we're a child.
No,
I disagree.
but my
I
point
That's
is,
disagree
what they're saying, what they're
100%. I
talking
disagree
about.
150%.
A woman's ultimate value,
disagree.
they say, is their sexuality. And the reason being is because that's
I
what
was not taught
culture,
that.
society, our social groups distill in women and praise that as the ultimatum of what you can be as a woman.
I'm
And
not
that is
gonna
evident.
argue with
That's evident
you.
in society. That's
I'm not
evident in
gonna
media.
yell.
That is
Yeah.
evident literally everywhere in society. And so I'm not saying it's a negative. I'm not saying it to put women down. I'm saying this is ingrained in us from a very, very young age. And unless you become aware of these psychological factors and these influences that are causing you to even think that way in the first place, then how can you even be here having a logical conversation with these guys about this when ultimately what they're talking about is mostly things that are affecting us on a subconscious level and have been since we were little girls.
Damn, Don DeMarco.
Yeah,
I
man. Shout out to her.
agree and disagree because you made valid points on that it's implanted in our minds. However, I disagree on the fact that you said we don't know what we're doing, because I believe that women are very strategic in whatever we do, whatever our plan is, how we dress, how we present ourselves in different situations. We know exactly what we're doing.
And that
We
plan
know
is
exactly
influenced
how
by
we look.
what? And by whom?
I mean, you guys are agreeing. You guys are agreeing on the overall concept that women understand that their beauty is their primary agency, which is what the only thing I was trying to say anyway. So, all right. So you're saying it doesn't matter, is what you said, as far as like female with a higher body count or a male with a higher body count.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Talking to Mike, please.
Right.
Okay. So you can't pick one if you had to pick one of the two, or no? You said female.
I will
actually.
not pick one. No.
Well, you said
no.
female.
No. I agreed with Patty's point.
And she
but
said
at the end of the
female.
day, like subjectively speaking, it does not matter.
It actually does matter, and we'll talk about that. What about you? Who do you think it matters more for?
I feel like it does matter more for the female.
Okay.
I feel like in high school for me, I was always called like prude.
Okay.
And like I wouldn't even be invited to parties or anything because I knew like I wouldn't do anything. But I feel like the men put that on us, like to be sexy and to be sexual, and you're kind of pushed towards that.
Okay.
More guys have higher body counts than girls, 100%. But guys tend to judge women way
That's debatable,
more.
actually.
No, it's
No,
not.
it is not.
Really?
No, it's not.
He's gonna say that because the women are gatekeepers to
And we got a
like-
box that we got to stay in.
But also, men do lie about their body counts to make it like
150%.
But at the
Are
same
you
time-
aware that 1 in 3 men right now between 18 and 30 is either a virgin or hasn't had sex in a year?
Like 1 in 3 men that are here in this room.
There's a new article that came out.
What did you say?
There's a new
Like the
article.
1 in 3 men that are in this room,
Who's a
or you
virgin
mean like
here?
in general, like in the real world, like
In
you
general,
said.
in the real world.
Got it.
But I mean, if it was 1 in 3, why would I make an argument for guys in the room? That doesn't.
Bro, if you
represent-
said 1 in 3, there's definitely more than 3 men in this room.
Where's the meme of Waka Flocka?
I'm not counting him because I'm not. Yeah.
Oh, I
No,
know
like you're a
her.
man, but like I
Oh,
mean more so
hey,
like.
sure, I promise. You gotta think. I got a daughter that be 18 this year, like, and I'm a real man. I'm a player in real life.
I 100%
I know
agree.
why I fucked up at, right? I ain't gonna sit here and dick swing with somebody that don't got one, or I'm not gonna play vagina talk conversations and I don't got one. I don't know how I feel to be a woman, but I will tell you this: I know how I feel to be raised by a single mama.
Yes.
And she ain't never in her life put sexuality as an excuse of expression.
Oh, she should.
My mom was the kind of person to express with her voice, her action, and you go fucking respect her. So I'm just listening to y'all. I swear to God, I'm not judging or nothing. Like, it's just good to hear what y'all saying, but I'm telling y'all, like, I hear y'all got makeup and all this titties out shit and all that. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, but you better fall in love with who you are on the inside. That's all I can tell you. Like,
Oh, I'm in love with myself.
I ain't talking
Seriously.
about you, man. You defend yourself a lot. Man. I can tell you.
Okay. So you said you said females. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Females.
Females. Okay. What about you?
My initial thought was like neither. Like that was my initial thought.
Okay.
And so I've been interested to hear everyone's opinion.
Okay. So what do you think now?
And what initially popped into my head because I was like maybe males because they carry STDs and don't know it. Like I don't know. Like I really don't.
That's so true.
Let me preface the question
Ah.
correctly so you understand. He's saying, what is more detrimental to a relationship, a
Uh,
girl that has a high body count or a man that has a high body count?
Yeah, I don't understand why either. I don't understand why either. I'm curious to hear what you have to say.
Okay,
at the
so if you
end.
had to go with one, what would you assume?
I guess from what I've heard from other people in society, it's women.
Okay. What about you?
So I think it would be women just because men judge us a lot more than a woman would judge a man for his body count.
Do you
That's
think
just my
it's
opinion.
deserved that women are
Period.
judged for having a high body count?
No.
I don't think anybody should judge anybody about their body counts. I mean, we all have our moments, you know, where we slip up, we just fuck around. It is what it
How
is.
many dicks though? You slip on?
No, I don't sleep on a lot. No, I
No
was
slip.
actually in a relationship for 9 years since I was 15. So
Okay.
I don't fuck around like that. But
So you're saying it shouldn't matter?
I'm saying it shouldn't matter. Men make it a big deal.
Okay, let me ask you a
I
question.
don't judge a man for how many bodies he got.
Okay, let me
That's
ask you
in
a
the
question then.
past.
Let's say you had a son. He's 30 years old, worked himself up, became a multimillionaire, very successful.
Mhm.
He gets with a girl. She doesn't say her body count, but you find out that she had sex with 300 men. Are you letting your son walk down the aisle with this woman and get married to her?
That would be up to him. Ultimately, I
Oh, mom.
What
If
am
you
I
had
gonna
a say in it,
listen?
what would
I
you-
am a mother.
Uh-huh.
I am a mother.
Uh-huh.
I have a daughter.
Yeah.
If she has a body count of 300 people,
Well, but that's not the scenario.
okay. But if
It's
it
a
was
guy.
a son, if it was a son, what am I gonna do
You
about
wouldn't
it?
say anything.
I would say something.
What would you say?
I would say, you know, are you sure about that? You know. What am I gonna say? As a mother, I would be concerned.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna judge.
Why would you be concerned?
Honestly, I wouldn't be concerned. Honestly.
So you wouldn't be concerned.
I would. Okay, hold on. If my son had a wife or a wife
A
to
girlfriend
be,
that he was
yeah,
potentially going to marry.
That
you find
has a
out she
body
had
count.
300 bodies.
okay,
And you found out. He didn't know, though.
I would tell him.
Okay.
And if he wants to put up with it, I'm gonna respect her as my daughter-in-law. And if I have grandchildren from that woman, I'm gonna continue to respect her.
You wouldn't advise against it then.
I wouldn't advise against it if she's loyal to him at the moment and she's committed
At
to
the
him and
moment?
she's at the moment that they start their relationship. I mean,
Wouldn't
the
it be fair to
second
say that past
when you're
actions are a good predictor of the future?
no,
No, because people can grow.
People change. I
People
don't
change.
think so.
You can't always judge people on their
learn their
past.
mistakes
I don't
and,
think so.
Really?
I don't know
People
why
go
that's
through,
funny
like,
though.
periods of
Like,
of life.
like yeah.
If you're
You know what? How about this? I'm going to take your guys' logic. I'm going to go to the bank with a 420 credit score and say, listen, bro, my past don't matter. Give me this $2 million
Credit
loan.
scores are a scam in this fucking country, bro.
Look,
It's all a scam.
you're missing the point. It's an analogy.
It doesn't matter.
If I went to a bank and I said, yo, guys, look past my past. I'm a changed person. You think they're going to give me the loan?
Why would having a big body count like indicate that you were not a good person before you
Exactly.
became a changed person?
Because it
That is
shows
the
that
whole
you-
point we're making.
well,
it doesn't.
it
Whatever you're gonna
shows
say, it
that
doesn't.
you lack.
It doesn't.
How are you going to ask a question? I'm
Because
answering
I
it.
know what you're gonna say.
what are you gonna say?
What am I
You
gonna say
lack
then?
what?
What's he
No,
gonna say?
he'd say it. Go ahead.
No.
What am I going to say?
Tell him. What's he gonna
There's
say?
like plenty of things you could say. It indicates that you have a lack of respect for yourself, that you don't go for men that respect you, etc. Things like that, right?
Well, it's a lack of temperance and discernment
Okay.
as well.
Sure.
So irresponsible.
Right.
Which, if this is going to be
Okay.
the
Irresponsible.
mother of my children and my wife, I would want someone that's responsible, that understands discipline. Because
So if you have a body count of 300 people and
Yeah.
you had sex with every single one of them with a condom, and you were taking like
Birth
pregnancy,
control, getting tested.
That's gonna fuck you
then
up
how are you being
mentally.
irresponsible?
Let's be
I
real
mean,
here.
what? I mean, it's
Most
up to the
niggas don't
person.
use
I'm not
condoms,
saying
bro.
that it's.
yeah,
So you-
the chances of that are slim if you
Yeah.
had 300 bodies and all of them were with a condom. And then on top of that, when a woman have a body count, she tends to have other bad habits that come alongside it.
And that's your
Like what?
business, honestly.
What?
Whatever happens from the 300 people that she fucks is her business.
Okay, but I
If
don't
she's
have
a
to
good
accept said
person right
business.
here, right now, after those 300 people, what does it matter?
Because the point is that men don't have to accept that business that you're talking
Then
about.
don't accept it. There are many people who will.
Most won't.
Okay.
That's
Once
what I'm trying
again,
to
that's
say,
your
like,
world, not mine.
No, this is how most men think.
Okay.
I think ultimately how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so if you're a very highly promiscuous person and you don't give much thought into the partners and the people you're sleeping with, that's going to echo in your career. That's going to echo in your relationships with your value and your virtue as a human being. I think that it's really difficult to differentiate the two. I think how you do one thing is how you do everything. And it's very telling if you're highly promiscuous, how that echoes into other aspects of your life.
Also, if you have sex with 300 different men, that's going to leave a mark on you mentally, emotionally. You're letting all those men put their, I know it's a cringy word, but energy. When you let a guy in you, he's putting all whatever he has into you as well.
And you're
But
also
there's
sleeping with all
also-
those other people.
There's
Okay.
also ways to cleanse your energy to leave that in the past.
How?
Or just don't do it.
I mean,
Isn't that their
Tell us.
business though?
A new vagina.
All right.
Meditate.
What about okay? So you said it. You said female, but you think it's because of society judges them. All right.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't think there should be any judgment whatsoever on your body count or on his body count. Because
Uh-huh.
at the end of the day, I meet somebody today. It doesn't matter what I did yesterday or the day before yesterday or even 2 years ago. That's my past. If you meet somebody, it should start off as a new plate.
But can you agree your past can come out to haunt you eventually?
100%.
So-
But it's your control. It's your
if
control.
I'm gonna be your man, right? You have a terrible past.
Mhm.
Future man affect me too as well. So shouldn't I be concerned?
Honestly, if you're trying to be with somebody, you shouldn't even let your past get to you because your baggage should be left at the door when you meet somebody new.
Should be, but normally it's not.
But that's somebody's that's their problem.
No.
So you
my
think a
problem.
male's body count and a female's body count are equivalent?
Yeah, I don't think that should matter.
Okay.
Okay.
What? All right. What about you?
From what you guys are
Bless you.
asking, I feel like a woman is more affected because we can literally tell you that our body count is 1 and you still won't believe us, like I've said before.
That is true.
And also, men lie about their body counts and whatnot.
Facts.
But I
Well,
agree
which
with
one
every-
affects the relationship more negatively, the man or the woman's body count?
Women. I said women the first time I talked.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, women.
Women? Why?
I don't know. I just
Okay. What about you?
I agree with what Claudia said. Like, I don't think it should matter.
It shouldn't.
Like, who cares? Like, I feel like once you meet a person and it's like, this is the person I want to deal with, I don't give a fuck what you did before Evelyn. Like, I give a fuck what's after Evelyn and what you're doing during
Hey, you know
Evelyn.
what? It shouldn't matter that a guy's 5'3".
It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
It
Stop
does
the
not
fucking
matter.
shot. It does matter.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because the
And we get
reality is
along.
a man.
Most of my exes
See, I
were my
love it
height.
how
That's crazy.
because here's the thing. I love it how girls say should, could, and would, but we got to operate on what is. The reality is, if a man is 5'3", his chances of finding a girlfriend and or dating are going to be hard to do.
If
right?
you were
He'll
It's
find
gonna
one
be-
that's
maybe.
4'9".
It's going to be very difficult. Shorter men struggle with women.
there's
However,
surgeries for that
I
now.
find it interesting
Knee
how women are
extensions.
100. Stop interrupting. Stop interrupting. We don't need your little random quips, okay? Let me finish my point. If you have something to rebut, that's cool. But stop with the random interjections.
I wasn't the only one interrupting.
Well, you've been doing it the most.
Yeah, you are
Okay.
now. It's a bit
Fair enough.
annoying.
So anyway, I find it interesting how men are disqualified by things that they can't control, like maybe their height, maybe they don't make enough money, maybe they're not the most attractive guy. They get disqualified on that. But women are 100% control of their body count, but think that they shouldn't be disqualified for that. Because a lot of you guys are saying it shouldn't matter, and the reality is it does matter.
Hold on. Women are not 100% control of that because there's a lot of people who deal with sexual assaults.
Okay. Ladies, you might not like this opinion, but I'm going to say it. I did a whole podcast on rape culture being a myth. It is not as serious as people say it is. And 1 in 5 women is not raped in the United States, like they say on college campuses. It's not as common or as prevalent as people think, because these studies that you're talking about, that some of you guys are citing, they were done off of faulty call-in questionnaires. Hey, did you have a drink with a guy? You leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, then get the fuck out of here.
I'm hungry.
If you can't have
Wanna go get food?
tough conversations, then there's no point for you to be here.
Hey, where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from?
What?
No, we go.
Is your
Space.
friend leaving too?
I am hungry. I would like to
All right, then, all right. Just make it quick. Get out of here.
Can y'all scoot over a little bit? I'm a little bit tight. My circulation
Yeah,
is
I'm
cutting
trying
off.
to like.
Can we
Guys,
scoot
please
over?
have space. They were wasting space anyway.
I'm literally my circulation.
Low IQ, man.
We wanted this the whole time.
This is what we wanted right here.
Yeah,
The chat's elated. They're like, yo, thank God. They're fucking like, yo, get these girls out of here.
I was scared.
My anxiety was just going up. That energy was just a little.
Emotional, damn it.
So,
Express themselves.
You
You
have
gotta
to
run
find the
up a
right
blunt and-
therapist.
Go ahead.
There's so many different types of therapies depending on what kind of traumas you go through. There's complex PTSD, which has occurred over a long period of time, and then there's PTSD. The way you tackle PTSD is through talk therapy. When you go through complex PTSD, you have to go through EMDR therapy.
Hold on. How about we just say people are stupid?
Yes.
How about that? Like, bro, like, yo, we got to get away from like giving people, outs for being retarded. Like, if I'm saying facts about men and women are physically different and men are physically superior to women, it's just like, well, not really. Show me the studies. Like, we got to go back to telling people they're stupid. The only reason she was able to come on the pod and say the ridiculous things she was saying with her dumbass friend is because we don't tell people they're stupid anymore. we need to go back to bullying people, letting them know, no, that's not really how the world works. You sound dumb. Change your way of thinking. But we don't bully people no more and tell them they're dumb. We need to go back to doing that. We live in a very pussified society where everyone thinks what they say is valid.
I agree.
I preach
And that's
that all the
ridiculous.
time.
I agree with that.
That's what I was saying before.
I'm sorry, I disagree, bro. I don't get. I don't
Nah,
get
we need to tell people they're stupid,
I'm gonna
bro.
be honest, nigga. I'm a real nigga, right? And I would never make a woman. I don't give a fuck
100%.
what you say.
Hold some
King,
space.
I'm respecting you on your show, nigga. That's wrong.
That is wrong.
Of course, because you got an opinion. I'm a real nigga.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck what she said. I'm different from you. I would have never let her get a butt skin. I would have just, if I feel like you're a clown, I'm gonna give you the circuits. Then I'm gonna throw a lion on stage with you. Matter of fact, we gonna sell popcorn because we can make it all merch. But he's right and he's wrong for a fact because there's a whole group of other men that don't feel like that. But he's right. That's the way men in the past used to think. But like everything else, you got to transition. You have to evolve with your opinions. Some women go too far with that shit, and that's why I got my man on ice like it, because women is pulling. Oh no, men make us feel sexy. Men, nah, that's bullshit. Some of that shit, I'm telling you, it's bullshit to the popular demand. You get what I'm trying to say? Some people use these quotes and shit to their advantage to make money or to advance in their career. But I'm just saying though, but I
disagree. I think when people say things that are stupid, they need to be called out, man or woman.
I agree. If you
because-
say stupid shit, you did.
and that's my thing is you got to call out stupidity, even if it's a man or a woman, because the thing is that we live in a world nowadays where we're scared to correct women and tell them that was dumb. You probably shouldn't say that. And it is what it is. Then they get on a platform and embarrass themselves in front of 30,000 people. So my thing is, I think both genders need to be held accountable regardless. So if they
There's
say
different
something
ways
stupid-
of telling somebody they're stupid or making someone's opinion
You don't have to budge.
valid.
Oh no, she came on for a show, so she got a show, pretty much. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's what it is.
But I mean, here's the thing, and I was being very patient listening to her her points, but she didn't make any valid points. I mean, you said that she made a valid point. I'm still trying to.
No, like varying between women, like she was basically saying like it shouldn't matter between men and women about body counts. That's all she was saying.
And
That's
it
all I think.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, but we don't operate on what should and could.
But she's gone now, so it don't even matter.
So like, and that's the point I was trying to make earlier. Like, why is it that men aren't accepted, right, on certain things? But if a guy says, well, we don't accept women for this, it's like, oh, it shouldn't be that way. Like, y'all aren't going to accept a dude that's 5'3" and broke and lives with his mom. Why should we accept a hoe?
Y'all wouldn't accept a girl that's 300 pounds.
Exactly.
The reality is a girl that's 300 pounds still has more options than even an attractive man.
Facts. Look at Tinder.
That's the truth.
They're horny.
Women are accepted no matter how they behave. Men are not. So if a guy puts just like maybe one, prerequisite to be in a relationship, okay, I don't want a girl that's a hoe. Oh, that's misogynistic. Is it really though?
But what if he's a hoe?
Men are hoe makers. Women are the
Yeah,
hoes.
but then how are you the hoe, right? How is your past being a hoe? And how come you don't want a hoe, like a girl that's a hoe, but your
okay,
girl...
let me ask you this. Are men and women the same?
No.
Okay, we're different, right?
Yeah.
Is
But
it
what
easier-
does a body count have to do with
Well,
men and
I'm getting
and
there.
women?
I'm getting there logically.
You're sticking it into her and she's allowing you to. So how is that a difference?
Is it easier for a woman to get laid or a man to get laid?
I think it's both.
No,
Incorrect.
A woman.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
I just said
for sure,
earlier, 1 in
woman.
3 men is a virgin or hasn't had sex from 18 to 30.
So
women don't
are
have that
women.
problem
There's women that are virgins.
Hold on, real quick.
by choice.
Hey man, this
You
love,
gotta
man.
do
I got.
No, no worries, bro.
I like that.
It's great.
Thanks for coming, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
IG.
Hey, body count for men. That's how you fucked up.
Flocka walking
Some
out.
of these girls don't want no hoes.
All right, bro.
I fuck.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Scoot over.
Scoot over.
So what I was saying was, is it easier for men to get laid or women?
It's easier for women to get laid.
Okay, so wouldn't it be fair to say that if it's easier for you to get laid, that it's not respected?
So what are you trying to say? Because it's harder for you to get laid, you should be respected for that?
Who's respected more, a trust fund baby or a self-made millionaire?
What?
Who's respected more, a self-made millionaire or a
Mhm.
trust fund baby?
A self-made millionaire.
Why?
Because he's worked for his shit.
Just like a man. When a man has sex with a lot of girls, he's had to work for his shit to be able to do that. A
Nah.
woman doesn't.
Oh, that's interesting.
See, one way to think of it.
Wait. Are you guys aware of how difficult it is for a guy to just get a date in 2023?
I believe so.
Most guys struggle
Because you
to
guys
get
don't
girls.
know how to ask.
I mean, hold on.
They don't
Matter of fact,
care.
hold on. We got a couple girls on the panel that do OnlyFans. Do y'all think your profession would exist if men were getting laid?
Nope.
You guys think you would be getting
Porn
free
has been
dates?
existed for a long time.
No, hold on. Real talk. Like a lot of you guys
That's so
haven't
accurate.
literally have built a business and a brand off of men's inability to get laid. So how are you going to sit here and tell me, oh no, it's the same. It's easy for men to get laid.
No, I said that it's a lot easier for a woman, 100%.
Yeah. So what I'm
I
trying to
agree.
say is that what's easy to come by typically isn't respected. So if a girl has sex with a bunch of dudes, no one respects that. But if a dude has sex with a bunch of women, that's very difficult to do for most
I
men.
mean, I still wouldn't respect that though.
Me either.
Okay.
See,
what
but-
you respect and what society respects in general are
It's
two different things.
Yeah, but that's where I stand on that.
And here's the other thing too. You say that, but the reality is you'll meet a guy, he'll be charming, attractive, charismatic, whatever. He's probably fucked a bunch of bitches
You won't
because there's
even
not that
ask.
many guys.
You won't even ask.
You wouldn't even care
But
to
I
ask.
already said I don't care about it, so that's where I stand.
What the?
I said I don't care about body counts. I've been said that.
Okay, but he does, is my point.
Okay, yeah.
You won't care about a man's body count. Most women don't, but most men definitely care about a girl's body count because it's easy for y'all to fuck. So if you fuck a bunch of dudes, that's disrespectful to me as a man. Why am I going to pay full price for a depreciating asset that has mileage on it? That's crazy.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why do we look at sex in such a negative light? Like, why can't we just embrace that, two people are coming together and making fucking magic and having a good ass time for the most part?
Oh,
I mean,
just when we got comfortable over here.
because when a man wants to commit to a woman and have a serious relationship, he looks at these things.
But why, why can't we change that narrative?
We can't. Times have changed.
How
Porn
about
has
this? You know what?
changed it,
No.
all that.
How about this? Let's change the narrative. I want you to go out and start dating ugly guys that are short and don't make money. And then we're gonna start telling guys to accept hoes. Let's do it. What do you think?
I mean, I've been giving chances to the dudes that don't always look the greatest, don't make all the money. I look for potential.
Oh, why doesn't it work out?
What do you mean?
Why doesn't it work out with these guys that you try to give a chance?
I just haven't found my person.
Okay, let me give you the real
I've
answer.
also went out with hot dudes who are millionaires, billionaires, and it doesn't mean I'm with them. I'm still single.
Yeah.
It's about what I feel
The
is
point
my
I'm trying to make
person.
is that it's never going to change because you're biologically hardwired to look for certain things. Men are always going to want girls that aren't touched. Women are always going to want men that have status and money.
So it's just weird because like men want a freak in the bed, but like
a classy bitch outside.
Which is like, how are you gonna get that a freak when a girl who is a virgin doesn't know how to do shit, doesn't know how to suck dick? Like, how are you gonna expect a freak from that? But that's what
He's gonna
that's
go
the
and cheat
pressure
on
you
her.
put on females. And if you're not gonna get what you're gonna get, you go for the hoe. And that's not a loyal man.
Because you're conflating sexual attraction with relationship attraction. That's the problem. And
I
a lot of modern day women fuck this up.
But
think
can
men
you
like
be in
to
a
cheat.
relationship with somebody who you're not sexually attracted to, or somebody that
That
doesn't
wasn't the
sexually
argument she was
please
making.
you?
That wasn't the argument she was making.
But I'm asking you.
Absolutely. Men would prefer
You could
a
be
girl.
with a girl that does not sexually please you and not cheat on her. You're gonna be loyal to her.
She can learn. And here's the other thing: men are always going to want to have multiple women. That's just how it is.
Okay.
I mean, you guys really think that you're going to sexually satisfy a guy by yourself?
May want
How many? Raise your
I
hands.
do.
How many ladies here actually think they can sexually satisfy a man by themselves?
Right here.
All of y'all are stupid. You'll never be able to sexually
Nah, we ain't
satisfy a man by
stupid.
yourself.
Why not?
Stupid.
Because
It depends
men,
on the bitch.
Men, no, it does not depend on the bitch because he's
If
always
a
going to want
man's
a
in
different
love with
bitch.
you
So you don't
and
know-
everything about you,
Hold on,
you're gonna
question.
be enough.
You don't know what's
You're
on that
gonna be
level.
enough.
Ladies on the panel, if you have a guy in your life, right?
Mhm.
He can do what he wants, right?
Mhm.
Can you tell him what to do?
No.
So that means he's gonna do what he does regardless. So we're just saying you might be a great person, you have a great personality, have the best pussy in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do what he wants to do.
Mhm.
So
And
you
so
can't-
will females.
Exactly, but that's
No,
not
but-
my type.
You expect us
Can
to
I
not
say
show our
something?
tits when we go
and
out.
then females look differently because we do whatever the fuck we want, but men have all the fucking right in this world to go do whatever the fuck they want. Absolutely not.
No.
Can I interrupt?
Absolutely
no,
not.
because men
That's
have
not
to.
gonna run
no,
with
no,
it.
a
the
different
reason for
standard.
that, hold on, because there's so many things here. Men have to earn their value. Women are born with their value.
No.
That's why men are able to do certain things.
What
No.
value?
That women
Women
can't.
were
Were they
born,
born
with
with?
no value. Weren't you saying that men run this world?
I never said that.
No, but you've said that in your other podcast.
I never said men run the world. If anything, I think actually we live in a gynocentric society. If anything, that's female run.
Okay, so what's the value that we're born with? I just want to understand y'all's
Okay, how old
mindset.
are you?
Say something.
I'm 25.
You're 25.
It's beauty and youth.
Do you
Is that what
pay to
it
go
is?
to a club?
No.
No,
Do you pay to go to certain events, exclusive events?
Y'all parties?
it depends.
Y'all parties?
No.
Probably not. Right?
No.
So
Okay,
are you able to meet higher status men by just existing?
Yes.
Okay. Men don't get these privileges. Women are given a bunch of privileges invisible to those that have it. Women don't understand that you guys have an inherent advantage simply by being a female
I
that
agree.
was not earned. Men, however, you're on the yacht for free. I got to pay for the yacht. You guys want to be in the club? I got to pay to be there to get a section. So you guys don't even understand this stuff because you're women and you live in a different world. Like that dummy that was here earlier didn't understand that she can't take herself out of her own shoes and understand that other people have a different experience. Here's the difference. Men have to understand what women go through to be attractive to women. Women, however, don't have to understand what men go through to be attractive to men. You guys have the privilege of being able to exist. Men come to you regardless of how you behave. Men, we got to know what turns you on, what turns you off, how to speak to you properly, how to be attractive without being weird, not being too needy, texting you the right things, setting up a date, planning a date, leading the date, arousing you in a certain way, having sex with you without making you feel like a slut. Men have to know all these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Women don't have to know anything. The guy just is supposed to know. That's how it is. That's why men that have sex with a lot of girls are respected, and girls that have sex with a lot of dudes are not. Stop the show. Stop the show. Let's go into a scenario. Okay. Imagination. All right, I'm going to need some critical thinking here. So I need you guys to think with the reals and not your feels. Let's say I walk into Opelika, which is a very dangerous neighborhood here in North Miami, with a briefcase that is see-through, and there's $1 million in there.
Bye.
And within maybe midnight, walking at midnight, within maybe 10 to 15 minutes, I'm quickly surrounded by goons, and they rob me and take my money and beat me up in the process. Who's at fault? Me for walking around with the money, or the goons for attacking me?
You walking around with the money. 'Cause who told you to do
Oh,
that?
Okay.
Nobody told you to put it in a clear suitcase.
Okay.
Fair
What?
enough.
That's
okay.
true.
Brain power.
It's true.
Fantastic, right?
With my plans, this is just how I am. I always like to think of situations like the cause and
So let's
effects.
go
like
around the
if I
table
do
here.
this.
Whose fault is it?
I think it's both. I think you should be aware of your surroundings.
Who
And
bears more responsibility?
the other person also shouldn't be fucking robbing
Okay,
people.
who bears more responsibility?
You.
Okay, you.
Yeah, you.
You. There's always going to be crazy people.
You.
You
What
can.
about you?
I'll say you. Can I explain?
Yeah.
I think that how I think is, yeah, you're walking around with a see-through briefcase, but at the end of the day, whoever is actually committing the action, they are the one that's responsible for the action.
Of course, but who bears more responsibility?
For yourself.
For
that happening
for my
to
personal
you.
safety, the person, me, or the person that attacked me?
You.
I mean, I guess it sucks on both ends, but
what
You know you were in the
you.
ghetto.
You.
Okay,
You.
Yeah, you.
me.
Yeah.
You.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that I had the authority, right, and the ability and the value to walk around with $1 million, right? But then I stupidly thought that the world was going to accept it, and then I got robbed, right? I had I had the authority to do it, but I didn't understand that came with responsibility, right?
What are you trying to compare it to?
I already know. I know where this is going.
So what I'm saying is this. It's very simple, ladies. With great power comes great responsibility, okay? Women are autonomous adults. Unless you guys are a bunch of bumbling retards that can't care after yourself, which I don't think you are, most women in the United States especially are looked at as equals to men legally, okay? You have all the same rights and privileges that we do, all right? I'm not telling you that rape is acceptable, sexual assault is acceptable, but what I am saying is that it's out there. So you have to bear a little bit of responsibility for your actions and putting yourself in certain situations, okay? The problem is that most women lack accountability. You are allergic to the word accountability because you guys get all the same accesses and privileges and rights of men, but you don't want any responsibility. If you go out on a date with a guy, you should be screening that guy. You should know he's not a weirdo. You should not be putting yourself in predicaments where you're alone with him. And then if you hook up with him, well, if you decide to hook up with him, you hook up with him. It is what it is. Now, if he forces himself on you, that's one thing. But what you were saying, you didn't allude to that. You were just like, oh, well, I felt pressured, so I did it anyway. Well, then you made a conscious choice to hook up with him.
It's
So-
not always that simple, man.
Okay, look,
You're
man.
trying to do like 1 + 1 = 2, but it's
Yes,
just not always.
because that's how the world works.
No.
It's math.
Yes.
You can't say that because you're not a woman. You're not put in our shoes. You don't understand the situations that we are put in.
It's very simple. If you don't want to hook up with the individual, you say no and you leave.
It's just accountability at the end of the day. Like, here's a good
Like-
life philosophy. Like, at the end of the day,
Well, it's not about okay, but again, authority, the ability to go on dates with men and be able to do what you want comes with what? Responsibility. You cannot sit there and say, I want to date any man I want. I want to be able to do whatever I want, dress however I want, show my titties, be a strong, independent woman. You cannot say that, have this authority without responsibility. The
Can I ask you a
problem
question?
with a lot of modern day women and a lot of you guys is thinking is that you guys want authority. Are y'all paying attention?
Yes, we are.
Stop the cap.
What did I just say?
You were saying a lot. You said something about accountability.
And what else?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say.
All right, but you're not listening though.
You said that if we carry our titties out, if we dress a certain way.
Said that like 2 minutes ago.
You said that. I mean, it's been 2 minutes since I've been talking, I think. I don't know what you want me to say. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, just say that. Stupid. Pay fucking attention.
No need to do stupid.
No, because that was very dumb.
Stupid.
If y'all are going to be doing extra stuff, whatever, this is a podcast where we try to have high conversation, high IQ conversation. If you're going to lower the IQ of the conversation, y'all can leave. This is an opportunity for you guys. If you want to fuck it up, y'all can leave.
Can I ask the women a question, Myron?
Are you going to pay attention?
I've been paying attention this whole time.
You clearly haven't. That's why I'm talking to you right now.
I have not even been difficult this whole time. Like,
It's
I've
not
been
about being difficult. It's
cooperating.
about respecting the platform. We're having a conversation. We're talking about a topic, and I'm trying to make a point here. And then I don't want you saying something down the road that is dumb or doesn't make sense or something I've already explained. I'm just simply saying accountability, right, or authority comes with responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes. So if women want to be treated equal to men and have all the same rights and privileges, that comes with responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want the authority without the responsibility, and that's ludicrous. It doesn't work that way. So if you hook up with a guy and you feel I was pressured, you shouldn't have been with that guy in the first place. Just leave. Or tell him I don't want to hook up. If he forces himself on you, that's one thing.
That easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the repercussions to saying no is even scarier sometimes.
What's he gonna do?
Men are very
Beat
pushy.
you up.
like-
No.
Force himself on you.
Force himself on you, like start shit, maybe fucking ruin your whole life. I don't know.
So,
but there were situations where it was tough to get out of. And it's scary. And a lot of females go through that. And for you guys to be just like, oh, take accountability, you shouldn't have been there. That's not the point. We should be changing the men that are shitty motherfuckers instead of being, well, you should be careful. Of course, we should all be responsible for our own actions, but we should also be holding other people accountable for being shitty.
I feel like women
But you
are
can't
mostly-
change the world. You're going to change yourself.
Yeah. It starts with-
Sorry to
exactly.
say.
Can I-
You can't
If
change
we
the
all
guys that
come
Opalaka.
together.
See
It
how it's
starts with
funny?
the
Hold on.
parents.
See how it's funny when I use the example of me as a man walking around with this money getting robbed. All of y'all were quick to say I bear the responsibility. But when I say, okay, ladies, you also got to bear some responsibility. Whoa, what are you saying?
Can I ask a question?
You didn't let me
Hold on.
elaborate. You just asked me one
Hold on.
question.
So she was first, and then go ahead.
Okay, so like my thing is I feel like women tend to be held more accountable than men. Like you're saying that the whole
That's
money,
wrong.
the suitcase situation.
Yeah.
Sorry, the suitcase situation. Like for example, like when a woman and a man have sex and a man decides to come inside a woman, even though she said, do not come inside me, and I get pregnant, why the fuck do I have to deal with those consequences and you're not man enough to like
Because you have 33 plus forms of birth control.
Tell a nigga put a
I
condom
told you
on.
not to come inside me though.
But you have more. You have more access to
Put a
deal with it.
condom on, nigga.
Or you make them wear a condom.
Yeah, right.
This is what I'm trying to say. Yo, women are allergic to accountability, bro. I'm telling y'all.
Some guys like that. Some guys like to take it off while they're having sex, and you won't even.
What if
know.
you're allergic
That's happened to me.
But why are you having sex with dudes
I have to
that
put
do
extra
that?
hormones in my body so you can get your nut?
Hold on. Ladies, who picks if the guy fucks or not?
The woman.
Y'all do.
Have you heard of narcissists?
What?
Who put up a fucking mask and
Can I
pretend
say
like they're
something?
the fucking Prince Charming, the fucking end all to be all, and then you think you found your one, and then you find out it's all a fucking lie? That shit happens.
All the time.
I thought I had a great judgment with my ex-husband.
That's
He was
fair.
a piece of shit.
He saw
Did you learn from
You didn't have good judgment.
He
then.
saw your dreams.
No, he
thought you did,
presented
but you didn't.
himself until I got married, and then the second I got married, then the mask dropped.
Okay. Well.
And you know what? I relate. That's happened to me
That's
as well.
bad
But
judgment.
ultimately, what are you going to do after that? Do you learn from that? And
Oh,
then going
yeah.
into any other interactions, are you like, no, I'm not
Now
going
I
to put
can-
myself in that
I
situation.
can spot a narcissist.
So it's
yeah.
like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So if that can happen to you once, sure. But if it happens to you again and again and again, there has to be some type of accountability that's being taken
There's
for
a
that.
statistic that people who have experienced narcissistic abuse, it takes them at least 7 narcissists to break that cycle. You can Google that.
Stockholm syndrome. I understand that. I know that it is a deep psychological condition, but ultimately that still does not displace the responsibility from the individual. Ultimately, you are the one who has control of your life. At the end of the day, would you rather your life be easier or would you rather you be better to be able to
People
navigate the
don't
difficult
have all
circumstances?
the tools
Okay,
like
she's
you do.
saying like
Pause,
after
pause,
she's
pause,
saying
pause.
after she got married, she saw the real him. She's not saying right then and there he put up a front. That's what she's trying to say.
Yeah, what about the women who come from generations of like dealing with shit like
Yeah,
this? Like my
parental-
grandma, my great grandma, my mom, like my aunt. Like
That's
it's
ingrained
Just,
in
this is
you.
what you know.
Hold on.
It's your
all right,
paradigm.
Patty. I will say.
Bad
Okay.
bitch, period.
Okay, so see,
Chris, what does that?
No, he's saying post like that.
How would they do
Niggas gonna
that?
be like on that shit.
Oh,
But that's her
Um,
brand.
But we're sexualized from the day we are born all the way up to like what we are right now.
Yeah, no,
Let's be
but
for
no,
real.
you sexualize yourself.
No, yeah.
So I was sexualizing myself when I was
Women
1
in
year
general,
old.
a lot of times women sexualize themselves.
Without even knowing.
No.
No? Who?
I could go to the.
Does someone put a gun to your head and say,
sexy?
put these clothes on?
Who finds women sexy, men
but-
and females? We both bear that responsibility.
What?
Who finds someone sexy? If a dude is gonna find a girl sexy, they're gonna want to see
Who
that.
pays for your OnlyFans? It's men.
Men.
Men and women. You never know.
Okay,
No,
so-
bro. Women don't pay for
women
OnlyFans.
don't pay for
Definitely.
It's
Okay,
men.
so who's driving that? The men.
No. You Here's the thing, ladies. You cannot. In order for a man to objectify you, you must objectify yourself first. A man can't objectify you.
Yeah.
You must objectify yourself first. So if you put a certain light out, they're going to assume that. In other words, if you dress provocatively, men are going to act in such manner. That's just how it is. Why do you think religions, whether it's Christianity, Judaism, whatever, they've done everything in their power to protect female modesty and have them cover up? Because they
Because
understand.
men are dogs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, true.
That's the world that we live in. So
True.
what are you going to do? In your angle, you've used it to monetize. Fantastic. But you got to deal with the negative consequences of that as well. You can't just get the pluses without the negatives. You objectify yourself, so in return, men are going to objectify you. And you've monetized on it.
But you know how many people dress modest and they still get raped? Like there's a lot of priests
Bruh.
and all that
Can I
rape
can I
people.
say my point real quick?
Go ahead.
Because I've been waiting for a little minute. Okay. I believe everybody holds a certain amount of responsibility and accountability. Like we're all responsible for our safety. We're all responsible to take that extra mile to make sure nothing happens to us. Correct. We already went through that. But I feel like going back to her point from earlier, there are certain situations where men put on masks and they make you feel safe, they make you feel comfortable, but there are certain times where they try to, be like, oh, why don't we try this? Why don't we do this and that? And that's where that safety issue comes into play. It's not us not taking accountability or responsibility to make sure that they are safe to hang out
Who
with.
picked the man?
But I'm saying it's manipulation because they put on a mask to make us feel safe until that time where their true selves come out. That's what I'm saying. Like
If I go on a date with a girl, 3 dates, 4 dates, and I'm taking her to Salt Bay, Komodo, etc., right? And I don't smash, and she was just using me for free dates. Whose fault is that?
That's your fault for not getting to smash.
No,
You're doing something wrong.
So it's my fault, right?
You're obviously you're giving her an egg.
It's my
by the
fault for
fourth
not
day
being
you
able to
haven't
see the
smashed.
signs and figure out, yo, this girl doesn't really like me. So why is it that men have to take accountability for their L's, but women don't, even if it's a sensitive subject like this?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that is what you're saying.
No,
You're
talking
selectively
about
picking one gender to be held accountable for their how do I say this, bad judgment of the opposite gender.
No, I'm saying there's certain people like that. I'm not saying that.
She's saying people are two-faced.
Yes, exactly.
They can be
But
fake.
That's one situation coming from a girl's side from that type of situation. Men take L's because women absolutely use them, but that's a different type of situation.
They're both manipulation.
Exactly, but that's not. I'm trying to refer to her point earlier, saying that you don't know the female experience fully because that sometimes does happen. It doesn't happen all the time. It's rare. Maybe not as rare in some people's experiences, but it's rare.
Who
It's
picks the
that
man?
time. The woman.
Okay.
That's why I'm
so
saying
it's
it's her.
incumbent upon the woman to mitigate risk, which means go out on multiple public dates with the guy. Make sure you do a check on his background. Make sure you talk to maybe his friends. Like it's on the girl to do her due diligence on the man prior. Just like
Yes,
me.
that's what I
it's
said.
On me
She did
to
that
understand.
extra mile.
Did she though? We don't know that. Because if she did, maybe I wouldn't have been in that predicament. I'm speaking in general. I don't know her certain
'Cause some-
situation.
Well, I'm
But-
saying like
No.
in certain situations, sometimes that like it's hidden, that kind of urge, like they don't reveal that for like a long while after you
It's
guys hang out,
calculated.
so that you guys feel comfortable
At the right moment, they pull the trigger at the right moment. And you don't see it.
Okay.
It's absolutely the woman's fault if something does happen. Maybe she wasn't as careful as you're saying she should be, but it does happen.
I'll
that
give
way.
her a part here because I will admit some guys will play a part for a long period of time and then change. However, the moment you find that change, what do? That's what I'm worried about. Do you stay there or do you actually leave?
It might be too late,
It is
though.
it is the woman's responsibility to get up and leave, but sometimes
But they
it is
don't.
hard. It is hard
Okay,
because
but you still got to do it.
That's your
like
choice,
you like if you don't want to hook up with the guy, you just leave. You can't sit there and be like, I felt pressured, and then hook up with him.
okay, I'm saying like I'm in a room with this guy. This is probably like our 6th date, and this is a point where he's trying to have something sexual go on, right? I'm trying to get up and leave. However, he's not letting me because he's like, oh, where are you going? We could just play a game or this and that.
Or my favorite, remember that donut I brought you? Like,
Or it starts with, let me just start cuddling, and then you feel something.
It always starts with something little and escalates. But sometimes as a woman, we feel unsafe to get out of that situation because your point way earlier,
you
men
guys
are
are
stronger
physically
than women.
stronger.
We cannot easily get out of that situation if we
so a
have
guy
no
that you've
one
been
around.
on 6 dates with is gonna grab you and hold you down and do all that?
Sometimes it does happen.
It does.
And maybe we had sexual relations before, but this one day I didn't want to do anything sexual and he does pressure me to do it. That has happened to many
You
women.
say no and leave.
That even happens in relationships.
That's easy for you to say, but as a woman, as a woman, you cannot say that to me as a man because you have not experienced that at all.
As a woman, I've done that plenty of times. I understand there's an exception, and sometimes men get aggressive and manipulative and everything like that. But it's whenever a guy's trying to fuck, he's gonna sweet talk. He's gonna say what he has to say, but it's up to you to actually be assertive and to say, no, fuck you, I'm gone, and you leave.
There's fault on both ends, but in certain situations,
and that's the
one fault
exception
is heavier than the other. is
So,
what I'm
but
trying
what
to
does
say.
that mean? So you're saying that if you hook up with him and you have sex that you didn't want to have, then you had sex you didn't want to have. What are you saying is the other worst case scenario if you tried to get up and leave? That he forced it on you? Either way, you're still having sex that you didn't want to have.
There's so many things that could happen.
I don't think she's been in that situation before.
I haven't, and I really haven't.
Well,
so I'm also
you're
asking from a situation of trying to understand, but logically, I can't make it make sense in my head because if
Okay,
it's like, if I say
listen to
no and
this.
I
If
leave
you
and
can't
he
make it
rapes
make
me,
sense in your head. Listen to this. Just one situation. I go on a date with a guy. We're talking for a couple months. I'm comfortable with him at this point. I think I know his friends. I think I know this. We've had sexual relations. We've gotten up to that point. However, one day I'm not having a good day. I don't feel like it, but he's super fucking horny. Okay. And even just because his issues, he starts sweet talking me, trying to make me feel better, and then ends up being like, oh, let's cuddle. And then he just takes it out, sticks it in because you've done it before. That has happened. You can be comfortable with the guy and have sex with him in the past, but one day you don't want to do it and he wants to do it, he'll force himself on you. Men are stronger than women. Women cannot get themselves out of that situation without any help, right? Because men are stronger.
But also,
guys have multiple wives, all right? Multiple wives.
bro.
Can I also
Different
say-
wives don't have one girlfriend.
But also, most men continue to do that because you don't be assertive. You just kind of let them do it. If
I
you were
want to be
assertive and be like,
assertive, and
no,
they'll still
no,
keep
fuck
pushing.
no, then they're gonna know.
Yeah, if you ever
I
see
really
each
need to
other and you
say
have a sexual
something.
relationship, he's gonna assume.
So
that's a much
Especially
different
if you're in a
scenario.
room,
So
too.
I get what you're saying, 100%. That could be possible. It could happen. I'm just saying, at what point do you say, you know what? All right, this is not for me. I'm walking away.
I mean, I feel like after that first initial experience where you have a feeling like this is not the right situation for me, you have to get up and leave no matter what.
But what happens though? People stay and then they complain and then they say, oh, he raped me. No, you allowed it to happen.
I mean, that's
if
the problem
If
with
I
the
had a daughter,
society,
right?
though.
You know what I would do? I can't stop guys from being who they are, but I can help her change. So
Right.
she would know what to do. I'm just saying.
Your daughter
as
could
a
be
grown-
What if
grown
your daughter
adults-
just doesn't have it in her? Like she doesn't have that voice.
I feel like that's where
she grew
Well,
up.
she can call
support
fucking
comes
daddy and
into
he'll pull
play.
up too.
What if
Not
there's no
everybody have a
daddy?
You have a
What if
brother.
there's no daddy?
You're
I'm
just you and
there.
your single mom. Like that's
I want
it.
to say something.
Like what if it's just
Where's,
like,
then
where's
don't
the
be in that
father?
scenario.
There's
It's
no
that simple.
daddy.
It's not that simple. I think that like situations just happen sometimes and it gets out of control.
happens?
It happens.
Life is about choices. You
I
have a choice to
mean,
make.
here's the thing. Like now, you gave a totally different scenario from what she was describing before. Like you're in a sexual relationship with a guy. You guys have been seeing each other for several months. They're gonna assume attraction and assume sex. And here's the thing: you want to withhold sex from your guy? I mean, I tell girls don't do that because that's not. if your guy wants to get laid, it's on the woman's duty is sex. That's just how it is. It's been that way in all the religious texts. That's why men deal with women in general is for
So I
sexual
would
access.
have to have sex with him
Listen,
whenever
you don't
he
have
wants.
to. You don't have to. But what I'm saying is that as a good girlfriend, as a good woman, you should do that and supply that to your guy because men don't ask for
Of course, I'm
much.
gonna give my guy some
Well,
pussy.
clearly you didn't.
But not when I had a bad day.
Of course, man.
Yeah,
Not when I had a bad day.
Okay.
My scenario was if she had a bad day, she wasn't in the mood. She's
Then
not
y'all
gonna
wonder
do
why
it.
niggas cheat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you weren't in the mood. That's cool. I mean,
What
it's
about
just what I'm
taking accountability and self-control? You say like females have to have
Females-
self-control with how they're
exactly.
wearing
What
their
about
clothes, but what about men?
Here's
Where's
the
the
thing.
accountability there?
No, you're right. They shouldn't be doing that. But what we're telling you guys is just like the robbers in Opalaka that are criminals regardless, it's upon you to exercise some good judgment. Now the scenario she gave is way different than what you gave. She's in a relationship with a guy where the guy's gonna assume sexual access is a thing, and she didn't want to give it to him. That's one thing. And then you're talking about, oh, I was on a date with a guy and I felt pressured and I want to hook up with him because I don't want to kill the vibe or whatever. That's on you. So
It's sometimes easy to just go with it than say no because you don't know
you
what
should have said no then if you didn't want to really do it.
But whose fault is that if you didn't want it?
If you don't want it, then say no.
wait.
This is the victim of Olympics. Okay, we're gonna go on. I mean, just it's interesting when I frame things from a masculine context of me bearing responsibility. You guys are all for it, but when I frame it on the female side, it's like, no, it's the men,
cut
it's
us
that,
some
blah blah
slack.
blah. This whole discussion kind of proves what I've always said is that women have a very difficult time taking accountability for their own actions.
I think it's the opposite.
I disagree
I'm not gonna
because
lie.
reality holds men accountable regardless of whether they want to accept it or not. Women are not held accountable for their actions
There's
a lot of the
different
times.
realities for men and women.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, we already talked about it. Like the way men are born with value and women aren't. Like just exactly how you said. Like
It's actually the opposite.
whatever.
Women are born with value, men are not.
Still different realities. You have your opinion from a male's
Women have
perspective.
an easier existence than men do.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
No.
Really?
I don't think so. We have to put up with.
Okay,
like,
yeah, we get into clubs for free. We get on yachts for free, sure. But what about the people that don't give a fuck about that, but have to literally carry pepper spray, have a gun, worry about walking the streets at night, like walking their dogs? I couldn't be safe. Like
men are the victims of violent crime way more than women, about 66% more.
And South Beach.
and the people committing them is men.
But y'all do realize
that
not
doesn't
every
change the fact that men are the ones that are victims of violent crime, not women. So
Yeah.
that's
We still
because
are,
the problem is that women feel a certain way, but what's real are two different things.
It
You might
still
feel
happens.
unsafe, but that doesn't mean you're unsafe. But the problem is that women are ruled by their emotions. How you feel is irrelevant. What's real? The reality is, statistically speaking, as a man, you face far more danger than a woman does.
And don't get mad.
You
but
walking the street in the middle of the night in Miami is not going to be worse than a female walking the
I'm
street.
gonna get
in
robbed.
There's a
Yeah,
higher
I mean-
there's a higher likelihood that I will be the victim of a violent crime over a woman
and I
by
could
far.
get sex trafficked.
That's
Mm-hmm.
sex trafficking is not as common as you think it is. It's not nearly as common as you think it is, and I know that because I used to investigate it. Most of the time, it's prostitution, and it's complicit prostitution
By choice, once again.
by choice.
Yeah.
It's not always
Those
by
10-year-old
choice.
little girls are saying they want to have sex with those 30-year-old men, is what you're saying.
Once again, that is
Oh
an
my
exception to the
God.
rule
Oh
and
my
not common.
gosh.
You ladies keep making exceptions for the rule like a minority. That doesn't happen often. Most of the time when women are being claimed to be trafficked, they're 18 plus years old and they want to be prostitutes.
And they change their mind.
That too happens.
And that
Or
was
they're
his
born into
career,
it.
by the way. That was his career.
So-
So he knows.
I mean, I would argue that women live a much more privileged life than men in 2023 because you guys get all the same rights, accesses that men do while simultaneously being able to exercise female privilege.
and it's gonna sound bad, but also men can't just go and make an OnlyFans and sell themselves and
Yeah, they
make
can.
porn
Yeah,
videos.
they can.
the way
Yeah,
that
they
woman
can.
can.
They
Not
They
the
do
way
it all the
that
time.
woman
Wait a
can,
minute.
though.
Who's buying it?
Giga dudes.
Gay dudes are the horniest motherfuckers out there.
Ladies, what she's saying is that yes, they can make it, but they're not going to be nearly as successful.
There you go.
Pretty much.
There's certain. See, the thing is that women are able to do everything a man does while simultaneously also being able to do things that only women can do. Does that make sense?
But if we were going to work a regular job, you guys would get paid way more than us. So we're kind of forced to
I've
do
discussed the
something
wage gap.
else.
It's been debunked a million times. Women get paid less because they deserve less. Women work less hours. These are all facts.
Pregnancy, maternity leave.
Women work
Not
less.
everyone gets pregnant.
Okay, women work less hours than men. They take more vacation time. They're more likely to take time off. They're less likely to work hard manual labor jobs that pay more. They're less likely to take risk. They're less likely to work to get the same level of experience in education.
Or negotiate, even just say what they
negotiate for
want.
higher wages. There's there's a whole bunch of reasons why women earn less than men on average, because the wage gap was taken from all working class men to all working class women. It didn't account for experience, hours worked, etc. Think about it just from an economic level. If I could get away with paying women less, why would I hire men? Why would anybody hire men? The reality is that when you actually account for all these variables that really do matter, women actually make more. They've done this study on Google. They found out that women actually make more when you keep everything constant when it comes to education, experience, etc.
I don't know. In my experience, definitely not. And I am not just one of those girls that was handed everything. I'm not just like an OnlyFans model. Like, I worked hard jobs. I was a forklift driver. I worked in a warehouse. And my criminal justice degree, every little thing, I was getting paid less than a man. 100%.
Really?
1000%.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe they worked more hours than you. Maybe they were better at the job than you.
No.
And here's the other thing too. When it comes to affirmative action, if a woman goes into one of these job fields, she's going to be hired over a man that might be more qualified than her.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Any physical what? Who said I don't think so?
I did.
The thing with that too, they have HR policies, and they can't just be paying a woman more just because, they can't just be paying a man more because he's
illegal.
a man. Yeah,
There's a
they
Labor
get
Act from the
sued.
1970s.
If I was an employer, I'll hire only women. That's money I got to spend.
The wage gap has been debunked a million times, ladies. The reason why women earn less is because women choose to earn less because of the job fields that they go into, education levels, etc.
I mean, most
And their
women, I would
personalities.
agree, but I mean, I'm a different breed. I like money,
Okay,
and
you
I
have
work
this
hard.
really bad habit of bringing everything that we talk about right back to yourself. We're talking about the generalities of how the world works. Most women earn less on average because they deserve less. Now, you might be an exception to the rule where you work just as hard as the guys and you did everything they did and you got paid less. But I bet if we actually looked into it, maybe they had more experience than you. Maybe they just did a better job than you. Maybe they worked more hours than you. Maybe they had a certain degree, certification that you might have not had. There's a bunch of reasons why someone can earn more money than you do.
And it can be about connections and about who you know.
Yeah. Women are just softer as well. Like, a woman can walk into a job interview and a guy's like, okay, or the employer's like, okay, I'm going to give you this for that. And they're like, oh, okay. A guy walks into a job interview. He knows he's qualified, knows he has XYZ, and they can give him a salary and he'll be like, hell no, I know I'm worth more. Women, by literally like the statistics, do not have the same balls to be able to stand up and say, no, I actually know that I deserve more. So negotiation is a huge factor when it comes into the wage gap as well.
By the exception.
So these are all reasons why women get paid less. It's not a wage gap off of gender. It's a wage gap off of personal choice.
America.
If I'm walking into a place and they're not valuing me as much as I think I should
So
get
do you still
valued,
think
I'm
that
not getting paid that.
women have an easier, men have an easier life than women do?
I mean, that just depends on what type of life you want to live. And if you put your value into like the shit that women do, you're going to have a shitty life. So if you're literally going to live a life where you feel like, hey, I'm not going to worry about the girls getting in for free somewhere and I'm going to live a life that I'm happy with, then who cares?
That didn't answer the question, but
yeah. Okay. We'll just.
That didn't answer the question. A lot of married couples watch us. You're a disappointed father, $50. My little princess, when you were born, I imagine you being many things when you grew up. Accountant, lawyer, or someone's wife. I never expected you to have your back blown out on OF.
We are accountants.
You two are accountants?
They manage their money.
Like CPAs?
Oh,
no. They manage your money.
No, it's.
Oh, okay. I see what it said. Do you have sex scenes in your OnlyFans?
Yeah.
You do? Womp womp.
I want to see.
They're fire. They're fire.
I mean,
Fire.
I'm
I did
sure,
some
but-
crazy shit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. The question for you: do you think that will affect your ability to find a man in the future?
It has been, yeah, I guess. A lot of guys they can't handle that aspect of my life.
That ass
Aspect.
back. Get it?
Where's the drums?
Are you? Well, yeah, it was whack. I guess I would say for how many girls here on OnlyFans? 1, 2, 3. Are y'all okay with it potentially affecting your relationship in the future and your relationship that you may have now and or anything you want to get in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it, like I said, it has been affecting me, especially with the type of content I made with my ex-husband. It was very out there and wild.
Yeah.
But that's shit happens. I have to deal with the actions I decided to take. And I'm looking for a person who understands someone that has a past and also understands that they can have a great future. And there are, even contrary to your belief, there are still men that do see that, and some men out there do appreciate a more sexual woman, and they're out there. There's a person for everyone in this world. It's just meeting them. And the people that don't like it, then okay, that's fine. Go date a prude. Go date a fucking nun. I don't know, but just don't be like exercising and projecting your insecurities and your hate on me because you're not comfortable with it. That's a you problem. That's not like a me problem. I'm dealing with it on my own way. So I mean, it sucks, but I'm trying to do my best.
Do you want a man that makes more money than you?
Yes.
Do you want a guy that's more successful than you?
I'm pretty successful, so I mean.
You said more money, so that's a yes.
I mean.
It was the same question. I just phrased it twice to see what you would say.
I mean, success it varies, man.
Okay. Do you want a guy that's more competent than you are and taller than you?
Height doesn't really matter to me, to be honest.
He could be shorter than you?
Yes, I've dated shorter guys.
Where are they at now?
How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
Yeah, so what if I told you that you're stupid and broke because you want to date a guy that's smarter than you and makes more money than you? Would that be insecure for saying that?
That's just projection.
No, it's a preference. That what I'm trying to say here is that why is it what you want? I didn't call you insecure for wanting that in a man, but if a guy says I don't want a girl that has a past, that's considered insecure.
Okay, if you don't want someone that has a past, then don't be searching for an OnlyFans girl. Don't be coming at me trying to date me, trying to fuck me if that's not what you want. I'm here to look for something serious.
Well, the key word is they want to fuck.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to block them bitches.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, I think women got to understand that if you put out a certain persona on the internet or a certain persona in general, like you got to make peace with the fact that a lot of guys aren't going to take you seriously and they're going to lie to you and sell you a dream to get the sex and then retract that dream when it benefits them.
That's very true.
No, that is very true. But
they're going to sell you the dream and everything. And what you're saying is like, there's a guy out there for me. The reality is that most men are not going to accept a girl that comes with that type of past. At least a man that you want, a successful guy that has his money together and is attractive.
You would be surprised what kind of men are successful and are really high up. A lot of the dudes who are CEOs prefer to be like in interesting situations.
Yeah,
like the dom,
the men that you don't respect.
Yeah,
that's my point. The man that you want, that you
Who do you
actually
know who
respect.
I respect? Why are you assuming? You're assuming. This is not a fact.
Because I know what women on a balance of probabilities are attracted to. Attraction isn't a choice.
I know, but I actually have said that I would prefer a simp. I would prefer.
What did you say about an hour ago?
I mean.
No, hold on, stop. What did you say about an hour ago? You remember?
A masculine simp.
No, what did you?
I mean, yes, if a guy that's too like fangirling over me is different.
You triggered my trap card.
There's a difference between fangirling over the fact that I have Instagram followers and being next to someone who is, I hate to use this word, but people call me famous because I have a blue tick mark next to my name. There's a difference between someone fangirling about like the status that they're around compared to
the behaviors are the same. A simp and a fanboy are going to do the same things. They're going to pedestalize you. They're going to put you before themselves. They're going to think that you're better than them. They're going to do all the same behaviors. The same things you literally said a second ago you're not attracted to.
It's different because I've had dudes who did not act like fanboys and talked about my Instagram, talked about all my followers and all my DMs. And then there's dudes that treat me well, spoil me, make me feel good, make me feel in my feminine energy to be able to be taken care of.
Okay. And where are those men now?
I mean, unfortunately,
See, this is the thing. Women say one thing, but they act on another. So, I mean, you could say that, but the reality is you don't respect those guys.
There's many reasons why they're not here today, and it's not because they were simps. It was because of something else.
So they fucked and dumped you?
No, I never said that. I love
mean,
the assumption, though.
I mean, yeah, it happens.
You're based on this is not a fact. That was an assumption. So, no.
And then you said you've been on and off with your guy for 10 years? But were you doing OnlyFans the whole period? Or, well, obviously not 10 years, but for a few years?
I was doing similar stuff, different websites.
Would it be fair to say that you guys being on and off, the sex work was a part of the reason why?
It absolutely was not.
It was not?
It was not.
What was the reason why then? What was his contention with you?
It wasn't what his contention with me was. It was the other way around.
Okay, you had issues with him.
Yes.
So you broke up every single time those 10 years?
Yep.
Why?
I don't want to get into it honestly. But I know at first he didn't love the idea of what I did, but he respected it because I was doing it when we met. And
Do you earn more than he does? Yeah.
right now, yeah.
Yeah. So he didn't have a choice. He had to accept it.
He has a choice always.
Not really.
Not really.
Why would he not have a choice to be
He
with
can
me?
walk away.
Because he wants to fuck you.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other females to fuck. If
He would
wanted
not
to.
be with me just to
He's a
fuck me.
good looking dude.
I would.
What did I say earlier? A lot of
said I
guys
would.
struggle with women, right?
Yeah.
Even
But-
good-looking guys.
He's never struggled with women.
Yeah, I don't think he has. He's a good looking dude with a nice charisma, you know. Some people
But he's
don't
broke.
struggle, and
He's not broke. I just make a lot of money, and there's not really many jobs that can make that much money.
For us, we make
he
more
has-
if our man is helping us. It's better for
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
not even to work.
He has
Stay
a
home
criminal
and help
past.
us.
It's hard. Yeah.
A lot of these relationships, like
So are you in the leadership role in your relationship too?
Yeah. Kind of.
But
I don't
he's
know.
gonna be the chef at the restaurant. He's gonna run that.
We're
shit.
like 50-50.
Oh
What?
man, show me a 50-50 relationship and I'll show you an L in the
I wouldn't make as much as I would unless if I
Yeah.
didn't have his help.
I made more money with my ex than I am now as a single female.
You doing videos?
Yeah. It was easy. A lot of these successful females have a boyfriend or some kind of man helping them with editing, helping with shooting, even learning these skills so that it could be more of a partnership thing.
And I'm saying that's a recipe for disaster in a relationship.
It has been a
When
struggle.
a woman is wearing the pants or the leader in the relationship, it almost never works.
He has to lead in a different way. So
Mhm.
it is a struggle. But it can be figured out.
Yeah.
If you want it, if you want to.
Not really. If you're a leader, you're a leader. Period. You're not. It's not something that you're gonna like kind of figure out on the fly.
There's different leadership roles.
Definitely not on the fly.
There's different ways of being a leader. It's not just one cut way that you
Mhm.
believe is right. There's
Yeah.
many different ways.
In a relationship, there's a
wanna-
leader there.
Yeah, there's always a leader.
I feel like in a relationship, when you spend years with somebody, there's gonna be a moment where I'm up and you're down, and I'm gonna have your back. And when he's up and I'm down, and I'm gonna have your back, and I'm
That's
still
also
gonna.
There's been years when I've been with
you
him,
know,
and I
let's
have
be
not
realistic.
worked. I have
Nobody's
not
life is
worked,
perfect, and always
he
gonna
was
be
the
on top.
breadwinner.
Yeah, but the difference is that men are built to create excess resources for their family and wife. Women, however, are not built to create excess resources for a man. That is why when a woman's in a leadership role with her man and running the relationship, it almost always ends poorly because
Mhm.
women don't share their resources with men on a balance of probabilities.
I can agree with that.
I'm
can
buying a
agree.
restaurant
I've had
with
to
all
learn.
my money.
I've had to learn that.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens, but typically these 50-50 partnerships don't work long term.
Oh, it's gonna work.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
It's that it's not a steady 50-50 though, you know, because life happens. And like I said, sometimes it's going to be 60-40 or like 80-20.
What I'm arguing is that the man needs to run the relationship for the most part.
For them, yeah, sure. I would want that.
That's typically how it works. It doesn't work when the woman is in the breadwinner position or the leadership position. It doesn't work long term.
I don't know. What's the longest relationship you've had?
I knew that was gonna come.
That's so
No,
funny.
I mean, I'm just trying to see
where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
what's your background on that? Like, I've been in a relationship for 9 years, so I could speak on something like that. So,
Well, here's the thing: I have multiple women, and the thing is that the reason why I have multiple women is because I have a certain type of mindset where I don't tolerate fuckery from women, and they accept that and they respect it and they get in line. That's just how it is. There's no negotiation with girls.
Misogyny.
You disagree?
Misogyny.
Just feeling a little sick.
No, I could say the same after
Misogyny.
seeing your Instagram. But that's fine.
Yeah, right. Are you gay? She's hot.
It's not about here's the thing. It's not about being gay. It's about if I'm associated with a certain girl, right, and I'm gonna claim her, well, the thing is that women, right, when they're with a man, they represent their man. If they represent their man in a certain way on the internet, especially, that embarrasses that man. There's a reason why a woman chases a man's last name and not the other way around.
Who's getting embarrassed? You can only get embarrassed if you feel embarrassed, if you feel like that's affecting you negatively.
Well,
And
here's
you
the-
have a choice. Men need
Of
to
course.
take accountability. If you don't want to be with a girl like that, then don't be with a girl like that.
Of course, which is why
So
I'm
that's why
puking
we'll-
in my mouth just like you did.
Perfect.
So
you would never date me, I would never date you.
But the reality is that the traits that I have, a majority of women are attracted to, versus the traits that you have, it's a
Damn.
majority of men want to have sex with, not necessarily commit
Damn,
to.
who's
That's the difference.
fire? She's fire.
I mean,
She's
goddamn.
sexy.
Yeah, keyword sexy.
Where's the clothes? Goddamn.
You know what I mean? And that the cardinal mistake that women make is they think that their sexuality also means that they're going to get a relationship. And the reality is that You have sexual market value and relationship market value. See, the things for me, I know women are attracted to is that I'm not going to let a woman lead. And this is very good for majority of women. Most women don't want pussies. So I just behave the way that I know is the most attractive and intrinsic to me. But you, on the other hand, you behave how you want. That's cool. But it's going to be very difficult for you to find a man to take you seriously. And you've said that a second ago.
But I could bet the girls that you date are not successful. No offense.
Well, here's the difference. What's the measurement of success?
Like that A, B, or C, you were the A. The girl, like not you making 40K, your bitches are making 40K and under.
Okay, well, let me ask you, what do men want in a woman?
A lot of them want to just sit at home and do fucking nothing.
A housewife.
A housewife.
Do you think?
Bum.
Okay, so you got to ask yourself, what is the measurement of success to the opposite gender to be the most attractive? What if I told you this? Hey, I got a huge Jordan collection of sneakers. What would your thoughts be to that?
I would say I know that's worth a lot of money. I hope that you put that on your homeowner's insurance because I'm fucking smart.
Would that make me more attractive?
No,
Why?
because I don't really. I mean, I like shoes, but that's not my thing.
Fantastic. Just like your success means, just like my sneakers mean nothing to me, your success means nothing to me. Men and women are different. We look for different things. Men don't care about a woman's success. So you're using that metric. It doesn't apply.
But girls are not looking for shoes. I don't know no bitch that's like,
You
let me
missed
see
the
the
whole
shoes.
point of the analogy.
No, I
I'm
didn't.
saying, just like you didn't give a shit that I had a bunch of Jordans, men don't give a shit you're successful and make money. Men don't care about that.
Why wouldn't you want somebody that can help with the bills and
Notice, he just told you what men want. You're asking why.
some men, not men.
Most men.
A majority of men don't really care about a woman's ability to create resources. It's not a disqualifier. I can meet a girl at McDonald's and date her if she's attractive. It won't matter. And a majority of men are
Yeah,
like
because
that.
you want to run her. You want to be in charge. And
It's not about that. It's about men are attracted to different things than women are.
I don't know.
Just like my Jordans don't benefit you, your money doesn't necessarily benefit me. Because I know
It could.
most women don't like to share their resources with men.
I don't know any of
You
those
are
people, and
different.
I'm not in that
You're
circle.
different, though. You're different. That's why.
We're the exception.
Yeah, but most girls are not going to sit there and support a man. But a man will gladly sit there and support a woman. So
If
that's
I'm
why
with-
men don't care about a woman's money.
If I'm with somebody, I'm gonna support them if they're down.
If you're
Financially?
down.
Yeah, I have
but
before.
for how
For how
long,
long, though? Is the question.
As long as it takes for him to come up.
Really?
I mean, I've done
Especially
it
if it-
before.
How long
like,
did you support that guy for?
Don't cap.
It was on and off. I mean, that relationship.
key, yeah.
But hold on, no. It's not. I'm not saying on and off. The relationship wasn't on and off. I'm saying it was on and off. That like he had his good, I had my bad. I was with him since I was 15, so it's hard to pinpoint. Like when I was 15, he was working. I was still in school and high school. So like there was times where he was supporting me. I was also working. It's just like life. I don't know.
Should be a
I can't
partnership.
pinpoint.
It doesn't
It
change the
should be a
fact that women
partnership.
are not, they don't share their resources. That's all I'm trying to say. Because
That's
you're
not
trying to,
true.
What do you mean by resources? Like their money?
Yeah.
women have a difficult time financially providing for a man long term. They can do it temporarily, maybe a month here, 2 months here, maybe even 6 months. But there's always a shot clock on the amount of time that a woman will support a man. That is why a man does not care about a woman's success, like you tried to say before. I would rather date a girl, right, that doesn't make as much money and is available, right, young and attractive and not a pain in the ass, over a successful, ambitious woman, because women that are successful tend to come with bad habits that aren't attractive.
And
To
what are
you,
those
though.
bad habits?
Assertive, dominant, non-agreeable, masculine, competitive. These are all traits that are great for making money, but terrible for a girlfriend.
And if you're a woman, and I understand having a career is very good and everything, but if you are a woman with a very busy career, the man's going to be thinking about, well, when are you going to have time to give me kids and take care of the family if you have this big business going on? That part too.
Like, I mean, I don't want to date myself. Would you want to date a guy that wears heels and dresses up and wears makeup? Okay.
You're asking me.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
The
Would you?
person who hates Democrats, so definitely not.
Okay, so why, fantastic. So why should I date myself? You don't want to date yourself. I don't want to date myself.
Okay.
That's why I don't like.
I would love to have another sex. I'd be owning the Komodo or Poppy's steak
Here's
instead
the
of
problem. You're lacking critical thinking skills of understanding what men want versus what women want. You're bringing it back to yourself. Everything I say, you bring back to yourself. I'm telling you, look at the opposite gender. We're attracted to different things. That is why your success means nothing to a man. Versus I understand that my success means everything to a woman.
I don't know.
But
you don't think about that, right? The guy.
I mean, that's your personal choice, but just understand that a lot of guys are not gonna, you know, take you seriously because of your background. I mean, it's a give and take. Fast money comes with slow problems a lot of the times. So that's just how it is. You know, men are visual creatures, and seeing your girl on the internet and allowing other guys to see your girl on the internet, pay $5 and see her get fucked. Most guys think that's unacceptable.
You keep saying most guys, but I feel like you have no authority to talk on a most guys.
Okay, we got about 20,000 people watching right now. How many?
But that is
Stop.
your people.
Okay, no. This isn't my people. We got men, women, people from all over the world watching us.
Yep.
Yo, guys, give me a 1 in the chat. If y'all give me, all right, give me a 1 in the chat if you would not take an OnlyFans girl serious and marry her, or give me a 2 in the chat if you would take an OnlyFans girl serious. 1 if you want to take her serious, 2 if you wouldn't. Let's see, because you're saying, oh, this is just your opinion. I'm telling you how men really think.
Okay, I can even go on my OnlyFans and ask the same question, and all the dudes in my fucking DMs will say, "No, I'll marry you. I love the whatever you're doing."
They're simps.
Yeah.
But still, I had 30,000 people on my OnlyFans at one point, and majority of them the percentage, if I were to ask that question, is going to be in my favor.
Keyword
You have your
simps.
platform, you brought your brand, and the people who are gravitating are the people like you. That's just how it is.
Look. A man that's
It's not objective.
assertive, dominant, attractive, these traits that women look for, that you definitely probably look for, especially as a high earning woman, they're not going to take you seriously. That's my point. Men that have options are not going to take you seriously.
The other thing is OnlyFans has such a bad name. You don't even know what the girl's doing on OnlyFans. You said with the OnlyFans. You have no idea what that bitch is doing.
Well, we know
on
what
there.
she's doing. She fucking.
I'm fucking.
She's fucking.
But there's other girls at the table that don't do that shit.
Yeah,
Maybe
I do
selling
not.
feet pics. Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of men will still have a point of contention with it because it's a bad image.
The perception, yeah.
Ladies, sorry, sex work is going to disqualify you from a large majority of men that you think are eligible bachelors.
I agree, 100%.
Ta-da! There you go. Men that have options, the tall guys, the guys that are athletes, the guys that have money, the guys that are attractive, the guys that you want, the men that you can actually submit to, they're not going to want to take a girl seriously that is involved in sex work.
And sorry, Patty, our audience be sending L Chris like before the show happened. So these are random guys speaking on the internet.
Yeah, they make fun of us too.
it's
Like this
free.
isn't like they make fun of me for my hair. They make fun of me for being
All of
black.
them are going to subscribe after this and give her money. Though.
Yeah,
100%.
I will say this though.
Some will,
Some
yeah.
might.
Some
But
might.
the men that she actually wants,
That's
I'm not
the
gonna
point.
do that.
Yeah, the men she wants,
Yeah.
the guys that aren't her fanboys, like she just said a second ago, those guys aren't gonna. And that's my point.
I have a question.
Let's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah.
So do you think you date women who are more dependable on you because you fear that they could just get up and go with their own money and their own things?
No, because women that typically tend to be successful are annoying.
Yep.
If I'm being
headaches.
honest.
Okay.
They're not submissive. They
It
want
doesn't
to
make
talk
you
back all the time. They
intimidated?
want to challenge your authority, you know, which I've dated girls like that. Trust me, I've dated doctors and lawyers and law enforcement, whatever, but it's just not attractive. It's not pleasant to be around them.
So you want someone that will bow down to you.
No, I like a feminine, submissive woman, just like you want a strong and masculine man. It's not about bowing down. It's about knowing your place. Just like I know my place. If some shit happens, I got to rise up to the occasion and be in my masculine. She's got to be feminine.
I can still be in my feminine energy.
I don't feel
I'm
like men
super
are masculine
submissive.
Oh,
all
really?
the time.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just because I make money doesn't mean I'm not
Which is-
submissive.
Well, you know, I'm just going to wear heels on Saturdays. Will you accept that?
What does that have to do? I'm literally telling you, I'm a feminine bitch.
I'm in my masculine Monday through Friday, but on Saturdays I like to wear heels.
What
Yeah, Patty.
proof do you have that I am in my masculine energy?
Because anyone that's successful that makes quite a bit of money typically has to be in their masculine energy to do so, because the traits that make money are masculine traits.
Or it's just consistency and effort.
Masculine traits.
Yeah.
Those are not masculine traits.
Discipline, consistency, these are masculine traits.
Effort.
To make money, you have to be in your masculine to make a lot of money.
That is some bullshit. Where'd you find that out? Where that is just because you say it doesn't mean it's real. I'm just gonna say that. That's bullshit.
Are
Being
you-
consistent, that is not a masculine trait. What
If
are
you
you
look
saying?
at, here's the thing. If you look at millionaires, they all have very similar traits. They're all disciplined, right? They're all consistent, okay? Self-made millionaires, not trust fund babies, okay? They study the markets. They know their craft. They have good habits, right? They're just a bunch of they're assertive. They're dominant. They're competitive, like that. They're less agreeable, more type A personalities. People that make a lot of money have very similar traits. All my rich friends, we all act the same. We all think the same. We all behave the same a lot of the times, because making money.
Because you're talking about men, though. You're talking about your dude, your guy.
Women have
friends.
to behave that way to a degree as well if they want to make big money.
That's facts.
Six figure women tend to have certain traits that regular women that don't make that kind of money don't have.
That's facts.
They're more masculine. It is what it is.
I have to disagree because
You see, you're disagreeing.
Right
I
there.
just
It's a masculine trait right here.
I'm disagreeing.
because I have a voice.
I think it also depends
You're
on your
not
partner.
agreeable.
So what? Why?
Because
why
if you make 100K but your partner makes $1 million, you can still be feminine because it's the disparity between the two. So I think it just depends on the spectrum. And
But you inherently have masculine traits to make that kind of money. Is my
true,
point.
and that's absolutely true. Like Jordan Peterson talks about his personality test. There's for sure certain attributes that can be contributed to every single time for levels of success and various other factors.
So it does not change the fact that you are masculine.
No, I
For a woman to make a certain amount of money per year, she must be in her masculine energy to do so.
Yeah. I think there's some women who live in their masculine, and I feel like there's some women who can, like, in default, they want to be in their feminine, but they can step into that masculine role if they have to.
Yeah,
in
so
order
you're
to make money or
selectively
whatever.
feminine, which I think is an asinine concept because you guys will not accept me.
What's asinine mean?
Asinine, stupid. Like it's a ridiculous concept because you guys, like what you just said, oh, I'm selectively feminine. I'm feminine when I want to be, or feminine when I'm with the right guy, or some other nonsense that women typically say. What I'm saying is that you would never accept me if I decided I'm
feminine sometimes.
I'm feminine sometimes as a man.
you.
I like to work really hard Monday through Friday, but on Saturdays I like to really take a load off and wear heels. Y'all would never accept me if I said that shit.
I got you.
But why
yeah,
is
but
it?
you're going the opposite way, like wearing heels. We're not saying we're gonna wear guy shorts and fucking.
I'm using it simply as an analogy that women would never accept men that are like selectively masculine, right? But men are supposed to accept women that are selectively feminine. Do you understand?
I understand
I think
that.
I
You
could
can pick
deal
and
with
choose when you want to be a
selectively
lady, but I
masculine.
always have to be a man. That's not a fair trade for me.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That is not true.
That's not true, Myron. That's not true.
That is not true.
That's not true,
Did you not
Myron.
just say a second ago that I can be in my feminine?
You can do whatever the fuck you want
No,
to
no, no,
be.
no, no.
Like,
You. Did you not say a little bit ago that you can be in your feminine?
Yes.
Be in your feminine from what?
I'm always in my. I'm a submissive bitch. I'm a feminine person. I don't like the way you say being disciplined and consistent is masculine is so mind-boggling to me because where my mind goes is the perfect example is a ballerina. A ballerina is feminine as fuck the way she moves across the dance floor, but you know what that requires to be like a really good ballerina? And they're not making that much money. It's not about like whatever. They got to put in the discipline, then put in the work, and there's also passion behind it. Is passion masculine too?
Have you ever seen a ballerina's feet?
Yeah.
They're fucked up and destroyed. That's my point. They go through the pain, right? And the discipline to dance. That is a masculine trait. From on the outside, you see, oh my God, this is so beautiful, etc.
We also go through childbirth.
What?
Like that's also painful. That doesn't mean that I'm a masculine person for having a child.
And then your
No, no,
stomach
no,
is
no.
destroyed too.
It's two different things, though.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
two,
will-
that's
No,
two
it's
different things.
how is that two different things? Because you say so.
and your vagina is destroyed too.
The traits it takes to be successful typically are rooted in masculine traits. That's just how
You
it
just
is.
want to claim everything. I
It's not
swear.
about claiming everything. It's about, I mean, hell, right now, you're disagreeable. That is a masculine trait.
Yep.
No, I just don't like to.
Even in the face of
Agree.
irrefutable fact, you're trying to
No.
disagree with me. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like these are masculine traits. You have masculine tendencies, which I'm not surprised because you're a higher earner. This is just how it is. Women that are higher earners have masculine traits
Because
and
I
they're
have
not
a
agreeable.
voice. That's why.
It's not,
I
about
ha-
it's not about having a voice. It's about having a voice, even in the face of irrefutable fact to the contrary.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, Mo.
So in other words, you're arguing to argue. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying that
Wait.
what you're saying is not right.
Wait,
What did I
Mo.
say that's incorrect?
That certain traits are masculine. I think it shouldn't be that way. It's not that way.
That's the problem. You're saying should and could. I'm
No, it
operating on
isn't.
what
It
is,
isn't that
what
way.
is.
I don't think it is. Just because I'm arguing with you right now doesn't mean when I'm with my person or whatever in the regular day, I'm angry right now.
Yeah, you're angry.
I am. So I'm going to speak up. I'm not going to. So what? You just want me to sit here and be submissive? I'm not your bitch. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I'm not.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Go, Queen.
Proving my point that you are masculine.
Tell him. Tell him, Queen.
Thank you. Your actions are proving
ahead, Queen.
exactly what I'm saying. This is very masculine behavior, which is cool. You can debate me all day and everything, but you have masculine tendencies, which explains why you make the money that you do and
Because I
why you
speak
have
up
the
for
success you do,
myself.
which is cool.
You just want to keep women in the same box that I talked about earlier.
I don't want to keep women in any box. I'm
Yes,
just telling
you do, because you
I'm
don't
just
want a
telling
woman
you-
that knows how to talk.
Go, Queen.
Well, you've been arguing this whole time and kind of not making sense. So for
What do you
some of your
mean? I
friends,
was making sense. I gave you a perfect example.
It's incorrect. I told you that these are masculine traits. That's a fact.
Show me the facts.
Yes, Queen.
You keep just because you say something is a fact doesn't mean it's a fact. I could say, my hair is fucking real. It's a fact. It's real.
What are we arguing here?
Yeah, I don't know. She just arguing. to
No,
argue.
because you just like to add the word "it's a fact" at the end of the sentence and just make us all believe, and it doesn't work that way.
There's a reason why there's the phrase "I'm a man of my word and I'm not a woman of my word," and the reason why is because integrity, discipline, honor, etc. These are all traditionally masculine traits. Okay, whether you want to accept it or not, there are certain traits that make a man attractive that are masculine, and there are certain traits that make a woman attractive that are feminine.
Man of my word. When did that saying come about?
Been around for ages.
All right, Mara.
How long? How long?
Okay,
She won't get it, Mara. She'll be single forever.
We're
man.
3
Come on,
hours
man.
in. Let's. You're not going nowhere with this. Okay, we got some more
Yeah,
chats here. bro.
there was something that someone here was saying. Damn. Oh, what I was saying was, it's not fair for men to always have. Oh, to you. My point I was trying to make was, men always have to be masculine versus women could pick and choose when they want to be feminine. And I'm saying that's not a good deal for most guys. Guys are just going to want a woman that's always feminine.
But guys are doing the same shit. That's why we got he, she's, hers, them now. 'Cause
Sure, but I'm
guys want
talking.
to-
I'm talking about in general in a heterosexual relationship where it's not strange pronouns.
I mean, we live in a weird world.
Very well.
Okay, so you still think you could sexually satisfy your man by yourself?
I don't.
100%.
Yes, I think so. I don't think
The
cheating
right
is
one.
only about sexual shit either. I think it's.
What do you think it's about?
Temptation.
Temptation. It's about just wanting to do the wrong thing too. My ex and I were swingers. We were in I would say, a sexually open relationship, and he had the ability to.
Were you open to or just him?
We both were, yeah.
Oh shit.
And he still decided to cheat
Of course.
when he didn't have to. He literally had the ability to be really upfront, communicate shit with me. We would be on the same level. I would communicate with him, and he dropped the ball.
Who chose for you guys to be swingers? Him or you?
It was a combination. He brought it up to me, and
Okay.
I thought it was.
You know why he brought it up? Because you can't sexually satisfy a man by yourself.
Ooh.
I mean, that's not true. Gotcha, bitch. So. Just because that specific situation, yeah, I couldn't please him because he was a sex addict. But
The majority of the girls on the panel have been cheated on, and I'm trying to tell you guys why men cheat, and you refuse to accept what I'm telling you.
there's also like the exception, like sex
Men don't
addicts.
cheat for the same reasons women do. You guys cheat for emotional reasons. Men cheat just because we want to fuck another girl. It's very physical with men.
I hate men.
Yeah.
I literally hate men.
Hold on. You make a lot of money on OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
You do realize the reason why you make a lot of money on OnlyFans is because the men are only attracted to you physically. They don't give a fuck about what you
Oh, I
think or
know.
what you say. Okay. So your own business is contingent upon men's need for physicality.
I understand that, but what I'm telling you, the dude had literally every bitch on a silver platter, and I let him.
You let him?
She opened the door.
I opened the door. Yeah, for
opened
it
the
to
door?
work. I was like, yeah, I'm down for this to happen, and he still cheated when he had the ability. We fucked a lot of people together. He even had girls by himself, which I knew about, and then there were also the ones I didn't, and the ones that he hid, and the ones that he.
how did he cheat? But my argument is simply that women can't sexually satisfy men by themselves, and your relationship before proves that. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it's a sexual thing. I think it also comes from some mental incapabilities, having a sex addiction, just,
I mean,
not
you can say that, but the reality is men are designed to want to be promiscuous in general. That's why men get super horny. That's why it's easy for them to bust nuts. Like,
Yeah.
men are designed to be promiscuous to a degree. Women are not.
Disgusting.
Oh, man.
Fair enough. I mean, I can say it's disgusting the fact that you don't want to date a guy that is on your level, but I don't say that because I understand the reality that women date up. Why is that what a man wants is disgusting, but what a woman wants is, to be prized and cherished and respected.
We can't have any standards.
Men can't have standards, but women can.
Standards for men? Disgusting.
Yeah.
She's entitled to her own opinion.
Oh, she's
man.
entitled, Myron.
Her opinion is
just
the-
like how you and your facts.
Facts.
Well, that's the difference. A fact versus an opinion. A fact is superior to an opinion.
Yeah, I still, you know what I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
well,
All right.
you
Next.
think a lot of things.
Like you saying, like
They come from different places.
Like men are more superior than women.
I said physically superior.
Physically, yeah. Like there's a lot of women that go to the gym and are a lot bulkier than men and whatnot, and are a lot stronger than.
That does not refute the fact that in general, a majority of men are physically superior to a majority of women.
Okay.
That's a fact. I mean, is that
I didn't say you're wrong.
You just did it.
No, I said that's your. I just said where'd
Yo,
you get your facts
whose
from? I'm
mans
not
is
being
this,
rude.
bro?
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question, just like you asked all the ladies.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty easy one. Like, I mean, I would say it's very simple because there's men's sports and women's sports for a reason. Like, women are physically inferior to men on a balance of
And there's
probabilities.
men on the swim team that are that there's a guy right now. I mean, a transgender. You know,
Leah Thomas?
Yeah, she's in the swim team with women right now.
And she won and obliterated them completely when he
You
came
do realize-
400th
hold on,
in his
stop the show.
division.
Do you not realize that what you just said made my argument even stronger?
Stupid.
Incredible.
Stupid. I'm not
Well,
gonna
that's
let
like
you
the
get the
first stupid thing I've
chance.
said, so
Nah,
don't even do
I'll
it.
be honest, man. A lot of y'all have said a bunch of dumb shit, and girls get the privilege of being stupid. Men don't. Like, this is wild to me. No offense.
Watch it. No, watch this back.
Yo, watch this shit
Watch it
back.
again.
Watch this
again.
shit back, and you're gonna see like what the hell. Like,
Oh
yo,
my
girls
God, bro.
literally can say dumb shit. It's
No,
just
what?
I said one dumb thing.
Mariah,
Wow.
she's been here before.
Well, it's interesting because I grew up in a very feminist house. My mom's
feminist. Oh, your mom was a feminist.
very much. Yeah,
Okay.
she was an activist. Was a lesbian, bisexual, I guess.
Oh shit.
I grew up from 2 years old to when I moved out, her being with a woman. She was a breadwinner. As I got, and I was very feminist, very the exact opposite. Like 10 years ago, if I was on here, we would be like, but I have learned, it's just interesting because I never thought I would agree with a lot of what you say, but I do wonder. You're very harsh with a lot of things, so I wonder maybe what your childhood was like or how school was for you, how women were towards you.
Maren, who hurt you, Maren?
I'm serious.
Good point.
I'm serious. When I
Maren, who hurt
watched,
you, Maren?
no, seriously, I never
Okay.
heard of this podcast until I was about to come on, and I watched the videos, and my immediate reaction was,
Who hurt you?
yeah, I wonder what his childhood and what his
Yeah,
school
Maren.
experience was and how women treated him. Not that you're wrong.
So I'm very harsh.
I feel like you're very harsh with your opinions when you don't necessarily have to be. Not that that makes you wrong.
I mean, first, well, most of it was facts.
Okay, with your facts and
Yeah. So you're asking me what my childhood was like?
I did.
Who hurt you?
I was very curious
Emma, who
about
hurt you, Emma?
how your childhood was and how you were treated by women when you were in school and situations.
Well, this is actually an excellent question because you want to know something. It was my mom that taught me a lot of this stuff.
Okay.
All right, I grew up in a 2-parent household, strong masculine father, feminine mom. My parents are still together to this day, very stable household. We didn't grow up rich, right? I had to figure that out on my own. But it was actually my mom that warned me and told me, hey, don't marry an American woman. They're not going to treat you well. They're not going to cook and clean and take care of the house and all this other stuff. Don't marry a Western woman. I was like, Mom, what the fuck is wrong with you? Then as I got older, I started to realize, like, damn, a lot of Western women do have really bad habits that aren't conducive to a good long-term relationship. And guys really got to step their masculinity up to command respect from their girl and get her to submit. So
What's your cultural background, if you don't mind me asking?
Haram!
my family's from Sudan, Muslim
I
background.
do agree with that, and to a certain extent. And just like I was raised, I would always hear my mom talk about men, especially white men. White men are like this. White men are like that.
White
And
power.
until I got to a certain age, I was like, she's right. White men do this. White men do that. And I was against white men. And then I had to learn on my own. So even though it was a woman that taught you that, she kind of ingrained that in you, which makes you more like, this is the fact. This is
Well,
it. You
it's-
gotta do
Here's
this.
the thing. What I've said aligns with what you've said a bunch of times. You've had an issue with your man because of his inability to be a leader and be dominant in the relationship and be the breadwinner, etc. This is what I've been telling guys all the time. You got to be the leader in the relationship.
I never said that. I never
She never said that.
You've been on and off with your guy for 10 years. Your actions speak louder than words.
We've broken up a couple times.
And you've broken up with him every single time. So that
Yes.
tells me volumes
Yeah.
about the status of the relationship and the fact that you're the breadwinner in the relationship. I only need to
I
know a
am
few
now.
points, a few facts, and I'll
not
know
necessarily.
what's going on.
I broke up with him in the beginning because I was just young. I didn't want to be in a relationship.
Is he
Um,
black? Is he black or white?
He's black.
He's black.
Mhm.
I already knew. We can already tell.
My point
but
is
I had
that
a lot to learn. Like
Yeah.
I was very
Yeah, sure.
like no one could deal with me at that. I wouldn't even do
Here's
it
the thing,
myself.
ladies. The way I communicated with you during this podcast is what I call direct communication. Direct communication is when you say things how they are and you don't sugarcoat it. This is how men communicate with each other. We just tell each other how it is. If a guy's fat, you're a loser, you're a loser, you need to step your game up. The problem is that women don't do well with direct communication. You guys need things, sugar-coated, sprinkled with a little bit of, sugar. Oh, it's okay. You're not that fat. Wear my black dress. Oh, no, queen, you go ahead. As a matter of fact, a bunch of you guys actually cheered each other on when they said stupid shit.
Yes, guy.
But the thing
Queen,
is that
yeah.
women enable each other to be terrible women. But men, we have to be very honest with each other because if a guy's a loser, he's not going to get laid. But if a woman's a loser, she could still find a man. So what I'm saying is that women really struggle with direct communication. You have to say things a certain way so they can absorb it. And I'm not really here to fuck any of y'all, so I'm just going to say it the way it is. Hey, this is what men like. This is what they don't like. This is what it is. 1 + 1 is 2. Or if I might say 1 + 1 is fucking 2, doesn't change the fact that it's 2. But you're more concerned, not you, but women in general tend to be more concerned with how I said something versus what was said.
Yes, queen.
Women have a very tough time understanding facts if it's not said a certain way. Which, I mean, I don't really care about that because it's direct communication.
Period.
My goal isn't to sit here and get laid and make you guys feel good. It's to tell you guys the truth of how the world really works and how men really think. If you like it, that's cool. If you don't, it's fine. But I promise you, if you watch the show back and take some of my advice, you'll probably be able to lock a guy down long term.
Facts.
And that is real honesty.
And the thing is that guys that make money, a multimillionaire, we all think this way. We all think this way. I'm telling y'all. At least the guys that you want. The assertive, dominant, masculine men, traditionally masculine, that are the leaders, breadwinners, etc. We think this way. We don't want hoes. We don't want girls that are used up for the streets. We don't want girls that are fat. We don't want girls that are obnoxious. We don't want masculine women. Sorry. Just like you don't want a guy that's a bum, that's broke, that's fat, that's a loser, that's not confident, not ambitious.
Short.
Men have standards too. Just that we don't tell you guys because you can't handle the truth.
That's why niggas lie.
Yeah. All right. Any comments? Nothing else? They're like, fuck this shit. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Albo Ace, I do the hard work for y'all, man.